Lily's wearing all pink, by the way, and it's actually the cutest thing ever.
I'm usually wearing all pink.
No, but you just specifically look very pink today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I put Shadowheart in pink armor for a bit, and it was very cute.
Why is she being such a bitch in your game?
No, she likes him better now.
Okay, good.
Because I didn't travel with her for like 7 levels. That's why she doesn't like him.
So interesting that you played a game without Shadowheart. Literally, Shadowheart and Lae'zel and Asarian is my crunch squad.
I've started playing with her.
Yeah.
It's just that in Act 1, I didn't need her.
Also, Valis liked her a lot. She liked Valis a lot better, from my understanding.
I think she liked Valis the most out of any character.
Yeah, that's
even Astarion.
Whereas for you, it's Will. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, Will is so sweet. He confessed to Ulster in the dance scene. And it made my heart hurt. And then I had to go tell him that I was too busy with my fussy vampire twink to engage in a romantic relationship with him. I was very sad.
Also, I don't know if you guys still have this set up on your not set up, but you can still see this on your ends. But if you do want
He's sitting at the top of the stairs going, ow, ow, at Baz whenever Baz tries to come up the stairs. He's like, it's my territory. It's my territory. Don't come here. And now Baz comes upstairs and he's like, oh.
Indeed.
There's a lot of cat things happening right now. It sounds like.
Baz, Mr. Man. Hang on a moment.
It's cat D&D. Bring your cat to D&D.
Oh.
His name is now Baba Ganoush. Baba Ganoush. Baba Yaga! It's Baba Yaga!
And Pumpkin Spice Lala, who's tiny. Look how small he is.
Please! My baby!
My son!
My baby! You have to help me! My baby! He's like, yay! I'm an NPC who's asking you not to rob their husband's corpse or something. Oh, Lala!
Oh, Lala!
I love you, Mr. Baz. Touch me if you can, Mr. Baz.
Aylin, which of your babies is screaming today?
I'm going to guess that it's Kay.
It is indeed Kay.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. It's Kay.
So, let us come straight back into the most important thing that we've all been thinking about for the last 2 weeks. Absolutely nothing else, no deadlines.
No Christmas.
So, you guys went to the Feywild. We're ready to go, right?
Yeah,
we're good.
Recording this whole cat sesh. Great. So,
why is Lala not moving?
He loves you. Oh. You guys all went to the Feywild in hopes of fixing Luran's brain, where you met Zarina and also Sarazur, as well as Nakia, who is the kind of adopted sort of ward, surrogate
Emma?
son.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah. The music is slightly distractingly loud.
That's fine, don't worry.
Thank you.
Better? That's fine. The surrogate son of the Dehane family. Now,
don't hiss at him. Baz also wanted uppies. Lala got pissed off.
Oh, a little blip. Now, a brief interaction with Nakia tells you that he has crippling social anxiety and is no riz whatsoever. After cycling through a crush on each of you individually, he does in fact accept that friends is probably where this connection is going. You guys don't realise that Sarazur is going to be there at the very beginning. Sarazur does appear and at first doesn't realise you're connected with Luran, then realises, then changes his attitude towards you entirely. Where once he was a bit kinder, if rugged and rustic. He is now standoffish and outright rude. But you guys
especially
to Ulster now. But you have been united in common cause. Sarazur needed your help after you pried his secrets out of Glade to Glade and Lila to find Nakia. Obviously, he has searched around, hasn't been able to see him, and since you were looking for him before, he's decided you would be useful. This search takes you all the way to...
useful.
Indeed. This search takes you...
Thank you, Barbie.
Oh, I need to open up the sheet that I don't have open. This search takes you all the way to Luran's first love. A misguided love, certainly.
I would
Crush.
call it a crush.
First crush. But every crush when you're a 6-year-old... No, he wasn't 6. He was like a 10. Feels like love.
He is a 10.
Anyway. And... Sorry, just give me one moment. Whilst I open up my file. If I can find it.
If I'm clear on your guys' end, you can fully see the Astarian shrine.
Yes, it is very high quality. Yes, in both senses of the word.
Yes.
Yes.
This is our boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
This is our gay boyfriend.
This is our gay, our married,
This is
queer
this
boyfriend.
is my boyfriend and his boyfriend. Whatever show that's from.
His boyfriend, and we are all boyfriends in the game. Also hopes.
It's true.
Then he's gonna bang the Emperor as well.
Yeah.
Just so many beautiful characters to collect, you see.
Gonna catch him all. Bang the Emperor.
It's gonna happen. Sorry, Anna.
Fine, that's fine. Totally fine.
I'm gonna order some festive treats.
It's to eat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cute. So, that's Anna, I think, perhaps. Do you hear a little buzz in there, Anna?
Buzzing. Oh, was that from the fan if I do this?
No.
No, it was probably your.
There was
Oh,
some
okay.
I think it's okay though. That was
I
it.
twisted this. That was it. Sorry.
Don't do that.
Don't won't happen again. Very sorry.
How could you do this?
Lily, tilt your laptop down slowly. There we go. That's been his favourite toy since he was a baby.
Yeah, so we tied it to his tower.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
you guys encounter Juniper, who tells you that Nakia feasted on some interesting mushrooms, which some of you also partake in, leading to odd caresses and commiseration. All of this and more leads you to the graveyard.
You know, this would all be a lot easier if Sarazur just admitted that he loves us.
Graveyard, which is doubling as the garden for as a gargoyle creature you meet there reveals a hag to make her poisons, her potions, to brew death and unbrew it in equal measure. Now, she did mention some interesting concepts. Poisons which could be used to mimic death or lock people in stasis. Things which make you think of...
Calm down.
Things which make you...
Yeah.
Oh, he just scurried out of frame.
Such a weirdo.
There he is.
He's so funny looking. Things which make you think of the situation that is brewing topside in... Oh, you're not in the Underdark. Down in the material plane. And...
He's so fat, look at him.
He's a chonker. At least he's not as fat as me.
As Moo, yeah.
Mm. Now,
Please said me, and I'm like,
me.
he looks like Upper. Buzz! Mr. Buzz! Oh. Hi.
oh, we have two angles.
Sorry, he's really
Distractingly handsome and cute.
He is distractingly handsome and cute.
I'm petting him. Can't figure it out. It's too difficult. There we go.
Mm.
You want to skitchy sketch? Doesn't make any sense because from that angle I'm just doing this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So,
I'm gonna get some mold.
to have now. Oh, can I have some?
Yeah.
Ah. So, the lot of you realise this is a bit hairy, as one of the very first things you had to do here was dig Nikia out of a freshly buried grave.
Oh, it was quite harrowing.
Yes. Now, him...
Just ignore that.
Indeed. He has retreated on the carpet. Did somebody else go on the carpet with him?
The people also.
Yes.
Yes.
The 4 people who were still alive and that we
That was it,
healed
yeah.
substantially.
Remind me to show ID when they come.
Huh?
Remind me to show ID when they come.
Yeah, of course.
I ordered alcohol!
Colic.
Like a degenerate. Degenerate.
Indeed. Oh, Baz. He's going crazy.
I'm sorry, guys. Baz is
Now-
really distracting. He's literally running around like a bullet. He's like...
Now, the hag seemed willing to broker some sort of deals with you, as long as you did a few things for her.
No.
Things which you did not seem super keen on doing, number one. Second of all, things which...
He's a child eater, trafficker person.
things which you certainly weren't going to do for somebody associated with or using, drumroll please, wherever we had this one before, the sisterhood.
Sisterhood?
The sisterhood. A word which is now synonymous with evil.
I mean, child traffickers is pretty much as bad as you can get, really.
D&D RP character creation hard mode would be me trying to give you an NPC that you could redeem from the sisterhood. Not possible. Maybe. I don't know. For Shah, I think, but she was part of it, so it's like a cycle of abuse, so it's a very different kind of story. Anyway. With all of that, I think the last thing that we all decided upon together,
I'm gonna check my character sheet to make sure he's updated.
with the Anis Hag, with her strange, jolted way of speaking, commanding you all to roll initiative. So, we will roll initiative right now, because I think even if we rolled them back then, I do not remember them.
I don't think we did we?
I don't think we did.
Okay, sick.
Also, has currently got maximum strength. Why is that? There must have been something he did.
Probably a wild magic surge.
Yes, it probably was a wild magic surge. That rings a bell.
I remember saying, like, oops, all strength, I think, she at some point. I cannot remember why, though.
I need to check this first spells, but I'm going to roll.
Right, so, everybody, let's roll initiative. Initiative.
Mine's pretty poor. Sorry, everybody.
Is it worse than 7?
Actually,
It isn't,
yes.
but almost.
Oh, it is
Oh.
worse than 7. That's pretty shit, guys.
Healer initiative.
You didn't do very well.
I love that. I was actually planning on writing down our thingy-majiggies. I'll use this.
I was actually planning on killing all your characters.
I'm killing you guys. So this is great for me. Actually, maybe you guys, can you just give me one moment whilst I go and get a piece of paper?
Very good.
Because I prefer... Oh, wait, I got it right here. I just couldn't see it. Because recently I've been just preferring writing and doing stuff in my physical form.
Yeah,
Corporeal.
that makes sense.
Incorporeal one. Right.
concentration.
Let's ride. Guys, I think you already know where we're going with this. The first is 25 to 20. Well!
Emma, I think we all rolled below a 10, I think, from what I can tell.
Sarazur rolled below a 10.
Guys, we suck! Oh.
Ah!
That's not initiative, is it?
400 harpies!
No.
Oh, the hag rolled well.
Great.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
I want more dice. More dice.
The gargoyle did not roll well.
The what?
The gargoyle.
Oh, is that the hag's like husband thing?
Ambiguously odd relationship. Aren't they all? Did you ever expect me to put a normal relationship in one of my games, you fools? You foolish mortals.
I'm just grabbing random dice.
Fair enough. Sorry, I've got a bit of a packed table here. I don't know if you can see in Lily's. And so balancing things is a little bit hard. Oh, you know that Lily and I have started a in-person Curse Strahd D&D. It's very fun.
Very
It
nice.
is fun.
We've only done one session so far.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Switching from one-handed to two-handed wielding of a sword, given that I also have a shield on me, does it mean I have to stow the shield?
Yeah, so equipping a shield is, I believe, a bonus action. I think.
Double check
So
that.
it would be a bonus action to put your shield away, I think, as well. And then if you have the two-handed weapon, a versatile weapon already equipped, you can then, I think you could just say two-handed. That's what I've done before.
Okay. It takes one action to don or doff a shield. An action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, action. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I will. I will think carefully. Does the shield need to be doffed to use a javelin?
A shield. Wait, sorry. What do you mean?
I guess a javelin's one-handed, right? The shield can be in the other hand while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Cool. Also annoyingly, where is my book that has
Super suit? I said, where is my super suit? I put it away.
What he does best and sat in Lily's spot.
Oh.
Literally, he's obsessed with Lily. It's so cute.
And then in turn,
sorry, does anyone know off the top of their heads which source book that Annis Hag is in? Because I have to have it, but I've got 4. Found it. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. We're all good. Okay.
Various dice that I probably won't need, but bless you. Bless you.
Okay. Guys, what level are you again?
Not very high, Emma.
5.
5.
I won't need all of these dice, but I just want to see them. It's been so long. All the little ones. Alright, that's enough. Surely. I need to stop at some point.
What's that?
Was that their food?
No, they've got.
It's just Baz. Pretty dice.
Ooh.
Just keep an ear out and see. Okay, great. So, Sarazur.
I'm sorry, can you check?
I have to check what the boys got. Hang on. Sorry, guys.
It'd be worth pausing.
Let's start now.
Yeah.
He's put 45 minutes not doing anything.
Okay, it's fine. No matter what, we're finishing at 11, so enjoy. Can we start? Let's go.
It's gonna be a short session.
So, 25 to 20. No one. 20 to 15. Okay. 15 to 10. Are you kidding? Okay. Right then.
Five to 10?
5 to 10. What did you guys get? Go on.
I think Anna got highest.
Anna?
8.
7.
6.
Did Sarah get a 5?
Yes, actually.
Sorry.
That's not
Sorry,
good.
folks. Loud. Oh my god.
Okay. So, I'm sure you guys all remember the last time exactly what happened and how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
General layout of this area.
She's
You
in
have-
her, like, porch area and we're at the
You have this dilapidated kind of like bending, like fungal-ridden house. Think of Courage the Cowardly Dog's house, the way it's situated, just a bit like dark and gross. You have this front porch, which is where she's going from. I'm making myself a little map of it on my paper because it's got grid on it. And she is standing there right in front of this door. All around you, you guys have like trees and different kinds of like foliage, which all looks to be in various sort of like states of decay. And behind you, you've got like a pathway which you guys walked from, which leads to the graveyard. And you see like kind of the beginning of a couple of graves that have been sort of just dug up on the sides. Some gravestones that seem to have been like overturned. You have also got, obviously, your cautious things to be wary of. Your 4 humanoids.
They're up on the carpet.
On the carpet. Yeah, don't worry. And Nakia, who are up on the carpet. They'd probably go about 60 feet up. Before getting out of your earshot, just in case they need you to run off or come back down for whatever reason. But first, we have the hag. So, the hag looks at you all with this kind of like weird, sort of like swollen humpback that's got her clothes are sort of stretched and broken over it. And out of it, the thing that makes it weird is these growths that seem to be like mossy boulders, which just kind of bulge from under her skin and break it. She looks forward and how close? Auster, you freed everyone, didn't you? So you say you'd probably have gotten quite close, you think? to the porch.
Well, it depends if those people were in her house or if you said they were in the trees.
They're in the trees, yeah. They're hanging from the trees near her house.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he's
I think-
reasonable.
She is going to come over to you,
Can she not do that?
and she's going to go, and she's going to like slash out at you. She's going to make 3 attacks.
Level 5 of them.
I know.
Also, they're right the same way.
Emma, is it possible that Sparks is 5 feet away from Ulster?
It's possible, and guess what? Even more than that, it's probable, which is why you're also going to get an attack.
Ah, well,
She gives 3 attacks,
Yeah.
and I will declare each attack as they come.
do I have to choose the attack to try and? I guess if Ulster gets hit, I can then declare that I'll take off some of the damage.
Okay, cool. So the first is going to be a claw on Ulster, which is a 23.
That is surely. I think I'll deflect that one.
Okay.
So reduce the damage from that.
By how much?
I will reduce it by 1d10 plus 3.
Okay, that's good. That's going to be very helpful, actually.
Oh, I rolled a 1, so I reduce it by 4 damage. Great.
Great. So he takes rather than 12, he takes 8 damage.
Okay.
The next attack will go to Bluey.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you intervene, you probably pull your sword out with the hilt and it goes clang. She is going to go for you next. 23.
That hits.
Okay, 10, 15 slashing damage.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Slashing, yes. No, I am fully
And
vulnerable to that.
she is going to do 1 more on you.
How much do I get hit for?
8.
8 damage?
And she's going to do 1 more on you, Sparks.
Oh, great.
That's a 10 to hit, so it does not hit.
That does
she
not hit.
Unhinges her jaw, and you see this kind of like smile as she says, "I'm so glad to have visitors." But she bites down, and you do not become dinner. So
Okay.
next up in the order, Sparks, it is your turn.
Holy shit, really? Oh my god, okay. Right. So, I think... okay. As an action, you can present your holy symbol, and for each aberration, celestial, elemental, or fail fiend within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. I'm not sure.
Seeping from where she clawed you, only partially saved by Spark.
I'm not sure if the vibe... Okay, as a free action, shouting out to everyone. Do we want to fight her or have her run away?
Ooh, kill her.
Okay, all right.
I think that would be a sentiment that Sarazur would echo.
Okay, I think I'll do. An attack with a divine smite. Now, how does that work? When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you expel 1 spell slot. So I think maybe if I do one, okay, I'll do 2 attacks, and one of them will have a divine smite. So I'll use up a spell slot, and the spell slot means that I can add how much again? I'm sorry, everybody. There's 2d8 extra radiant.
Okay.
Okay, so I will roll to hit my 2 longsword, one-handed. Come on. Okay, so the first one that I will do 13 to hit. Just 13 hit.
13. 13 does not hit, I'm afraid. You
Okay.
sort of pull out your sword and you slash down in a wide arc that seems like it should just go straight through her, but her skin is like stone, and when you kind of hit her, you get this kind of clang as if you'd hit like solid ground, and she just goes, "I can't cut the hills."
Well, the second attack is a 19 to hit.
You can cut the hills.
Okay. So, as well as a 1d10 radiant, which I'll roll here.
You kind of slice upwards, searching for a soft piece of flesh which you could actually carve through, and you manage to slice across her upper body, and it just kind of splits, and this like strange, like infectious, almost ooze kind of comes out of it.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yes.
So she gets dealt 11 slashing.
Okay.
And she gets dealt 3 radiant.
Okay.
Nice.
I rolled an 8.
So minus 14 total. Okay, that actually looks like quite a significant hit, and she stumbles back, and she looks down and touches her chest and looks out at her hands, and when it pulls away, that ooze kind of sticks in like strings. We're really playing now. And she sort of like makes this guttural kind of noise and points her hands over at the undead sort of hanging from the trees and trapped in the kind of like piles that she has them in by the door. And you see them starting to twitch and move.
Okay.
It looks like she may be calling for a shield or reinforcements of some kind.
Don't like
that. Right, next up in the order is the guard. Are you done? You can move.
I would like to move, move between, if possible, move between Ulster and the hag, or if that also is between everyone else and the hag, then I'll do that.
Also, like, let me at her.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Have I? If I use my reaction and then I had my turn, do I now have my reaction or no?
I mean, your reaction would be triggered by something usually. So if she's moving it out of your range, or if you get hit, what is it you want to do?
Oh no, as in, I had used a reaction before my turn to intercept the damage to Ulster.
It resets at the beginning of the round.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll just have my body in the way. That'll.
Fair enough.
That's
fine. Yeah. Right. Next up, we have the gargoyle. Now, the gargoyle kind of flies up. Heavy wings kind of like shaking off residue like sand and gravel. And it's going to fly towards you, Astra. Astra, whereabouts do you think you'd be positioned in relation to Ulster and Bluey?
Probably just behind them.
Fabulous. Okay. It's going to sort of fly down. I think Sarazur would probably be fairly close by you, Astra, just so you are aware, within touch distance. I think like Ulster, Bluey, Astra, Sparks. Yeah, that's everyone. Also, Bluey, Astra, Sparks, Sarazur. That's everyone who came up in the nick here. Great. So, the gargoyle, he's going to fly down. He's going to bare his maul and go, rah! He's a little bit of a silly guy. And he is also going to do multi-attacks. The first one is going to be on you, Astra. Which is a 15 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. His teeth pull on your skin as if you've fallen off a bike and scraped across the ground. It's not like sharp, it's slow and dragging, and it just pulls up, puckers your skin and pulls up layers of it, leaving this like incredibly sore red patch behind. You're going to take... Oh, I dropped my dice. You're going to take 8... Sorry, that was max damage. 8 points of piercing damage. And with the kind of like blood that kind of like pours from that wound into your clothing, and him seeing that, tasting it, he clenches from you and kicks out with one of his feet, his clawed feet, towards Sarazur. Ooh, actually that's going to hit with a 22. Why isn't he wearing his armor? That doesn't make any sense.
He should be right.
Yeah.
He would be wearing his armor. Like,
yeah. Don't worry. So the only thing he's
Even
probably not got is his shield. Great, okay. So he gets absolutely walloped by this foot. Oh, God. So that is going to be 4 points of slashing damage on Sarazur, the majority of that getting absorbed by his chainmail. Now, finally, Ulster, it's your go. What would you like to do?
I rolled a 7. Why am I so low in the order?
Because the hag got a 19.
You said Sarazur rolled a 5.
Sarazur's not gone.
Oh, I thought sorry.
He was
I thought
attacked.
You just said Sarazur went, and I was like,
No, he was attacked.
okay, never mind.
Hag got a 19. Sparks got...
Right.
Hag got a 19. Sparks got like
Okay, no
8 or something. Gargoyle got 7. Also got 6, 5, or something like that.
Right. Doing my best with the theatre of the mind. Also will... What?
You're too used to Baldur's Gate now.
I'm too used to Baldur's Gate now.
No,
Exactly
D&D
what
is
everything
the
is.
better D&D mind theatre. That's how we've always done it.
Right,
It's never been
Ulster.
an issue before.
Okay, so Ulster will reach around Bluey, and he's going to make a primal savagery strike at the hag.
Okay.
That is 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And I rolled the damage. You can look at it. It's 17 acid damage.
On the hag?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's like,
Okay, that is...
Did you say acid? And is it like a poison claw thing?
yeah, it's cool. It's like you would expect it to be like a. Hold on. Well, because you can also bite, so I guess that kind of makes a little bit more sense. But
It's like venom, I
yeah,
think.
it's like venom. His fingernails become teeth, and yeah.
That's actually cool.
I mean, male platypuses have a little like poison spur.
He's a platypus.
You know,
Confirmed.
mm,
It's a theory.
it's so rare. You know,
Say that.
Okay.
an egg-laying marsupial, very rare.
Fab.
Apparently, monotremes don't have stomachs. I
Interesting.
learned that.
Also,
Yes,
what
anyway.
are you doing other than that? You poison spray. She reels back, and this... Sorry, not poison spray. You primal savagery. And she reels back and clutches at the wound. Again, you sort of see her skin kind of open up and reveal like an ooze rather than like just blood. And she kind of like takes a deep inhalation of breath, and her clawed fingers tremble. You guys seem to have wounded her pretty badly actually already. She's just not happy about it. What are you doing though, Ulster?
Feeling like I'm probably going to get smacked again. I'm going to bonus action turn into a constrictor snake.
Oh, sick. Okay, and how many HP does a constrictor snake have?
It has 13.
Okay.
He just steps back and collapses into this white snake.
It's like Dracula when he collapses into rats. Great. Okay, fabulous. You turn into a snake and you kind of writhe on the ground. Also, from this vantage point, being so close to the floor, you see that the majority of the dirt has a strange, kind of white, rock or kind of off-white kind of rock gravel in it. And this obviously is kind of more so as it leads up to the areas of the house, which are like a gravelled pathway. I don't think you need to make a nature check to be able to tell this rock is incredibly natural, shall we say, perhaps even cranial, perhaps even femurs and tibias. It's bones. It's bones.
Organic. Very organic.
Organic, that's true.
That wasn't organic enough. We've mixed in bones.
Huzzah! Aren't all dirt and rocks bones anyway? No, they're actually not. Next up in the order is Astra. Astra, what are you going to do, my friend? Or shall we start calling you Slayer properly now that you speaks as Slayer soon?
Aelin.
I think. How's everybody looking? Well, Ulster is like shapeshifted, so.
Sparks and Sarazur both seem to be injured, with Sparks being more injured.
How heavily injured would you say Sparks is?
I'm a 36 out of 51, so I've still got a few hits left.
That's still pretty bad.
That I can take.
I was on 35.
I'm beefy. I've got a high AC, and the next Emma unleashes 10 spells. I don't.
I think
the people we're fighting.
I think as a self-defense measure, Astra will cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice. Nunchucks!
Nice. My favourite.
So,
okay. Talk to me about Spirit Guardians.
So basically you see this kind of wave of borealis energy kind of flow out around Astra, and
anyone within, what is it?
15. It's a 15-foot radius.
Okay, so what do they have to do?
I need a Wisdom saving throw 15. And
okay, so that's Sarazur and the gargoyle.
No, Sarazur is not a hostile entity, so Sarazur does it.
That's why I asked the radius, in case it was triggered by people entering your area.
Yes.
Cool.
Also, they have it counts as difficult terrain for anyone who is not an ally, and
cool. Wisdom.
It's a Wisdom saving throw of 15. They will take half damage on a fail.
That's 11. So tell me about that.
Sorry, I just needed to grab a bunch of dice.
Oh no! This gargoyle about to plode.
Plode. I like that.
My Christmas caramel.
Oh.
Hello.
It really is a caramel color. It's amazing.
Isn't he?
13 plus 7 is going to be 20 radiant damage.
Oh!
What is he doing?
This cat's got an absolutely fabulous posture. No, he's not invested in the show. 20 radiant damage.
Also, isn't the hag within 15 feet?
The hag, because this is Theatre of the Mind, I'm going to say that's plausible. I am going to roll just a little D2.
Because if the hag is not, Astra will move closer.
Oh, there we go. Even easier then. Yes, definitely. She's within your movement to be able to get her within 15 feet, even if she's not there to begin with. So I will have her roll it as well. That is. You're welcome. Aww. What is this? Thank you. I'm very appreciative. Hag Wisdom save is going to be not enough. A 10. Okay. She's also going to take the same. So that's both of them taking 20.
20 radiant damage. Yep.
Bam.
We're beating these guys up.
Okay, cool. So she's within 15 feet of you. The gargoyle, one of his wings begins to crack, and the rock that kind of like holds him together is starting to like fracture and crumble. So every move that he makes is now a little bit more jarring.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the hag upset that her husband is nearly dead?
She's like, not another one! Not another one. I'm actually going to say, I think a fun little detail is underneath the rock, you see like sinew and muscle holding it together. The hag looks very bad, and in that same vein, looks incredibly upset to be here. So, yeah, well, this could be a pretty good move, a pretty good time for Sarazur.
Like, it's my time to shine.
My time to shine.
After we did all the work. You want a hug?
No.
You got him enough.
He is going to do 2 attacks. He's going to do 1 on the gargoyle, and he's going to do 1 on the hag. First on the hag is going to be a 16, which actually doesn't hit. It just kind of slices up, two-handed. He grips his sword. Sparks, he's got amazing grip. You think like, oh my god, I want to ask him about his technique later on when we have a free moment. But you're not distracted for long. You focus as you sort of follow the strike as it carves up, trying to make the most of that like cut you made earlier, trying to carve further into it. But she turns at the final moment, brings up one arm, and the skin, which is completely solid, deflects his sword. He uses that momentum to arc over to the gargoyle, which he does manage to hit. Let's roll that now.
Look at my little poser.
That's going to be 12. Ouchie. 12 points of slashing damage on him. And with that as well, he's going to do one last little thing. He's going to do his... just thinking that this might be a really considerable win if you're able to get her down immediately. He's going to try an action surge to hit that hag properly. And oh my god, why did he roll so shit?
You make 2 action surge, right?
Yeah, that's the first one. It's 14. Second one, 16 again. I'm sorry, guys. Ugh. The dice were not.
I can't believe this, Sarazur. I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm actually going to say that because this is quite out of character for him, he seems to be quite nervous at the sight of these undead beginning to writhe up again, and he looks a little uncomfortable by it. Perhaps because he's recently escaped from somewhere with such undead involved. The plot thickens. And this leads us to the top of the turn.
It really wasn't as good as us, Sarazur. It just wasn't a good performance now.
He's like, oh.
I'm a snake guy, he doesn't say.
Hiss, I say.
Make sure you put those up on
I'm going to immediately.
The cats are like, food?
Mm-mm.
Possibly.
Chicken.
Hi, chicken.
Okay.
Literally,
that's how we turn around. I hope you understand.
Hi, chicken.
Yeah.
The hag looks incredibly displeased with the situation that she has found herself in. And with that in mind, seeing this kind of tumultuous scenario turning against her, she is going to cast a little spell.
Okay.
First thing she's going to do is she's going to reach the person closest to her with the least amount of hit points and give them
No.
the most wonderful, lovely hug.
Oh.
A motherly touch. It's the person
is
close
that
to the
currently
most.
you? What does HP mean? Is it 13 temporary?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to take it because I have more HP than you. But it will.
This isn't up to you guys, I'm afraid. I was thinking the person who's taken the more lowest is in taken the more hits.
That's me.
That would be Sparks with minus 15.
No, I'm on 35. She's on 36.
No, I meant the hit. She took the biggest hit.
Taken the most damage. Okay.
Yeah. Who looks?
I would have taken it for you, Sparks. I'm sorry.
It also makes sense because Bluey put herself in between you and the hag.
I can hug her back.
Baz,
too,
can you
but
stop it?
It won't hurt as much.
Now, Sparks. She kind of just looms up over you, and this sort of fog begins to creep off of her shoulders, rolling like it would over hills. See if she'll hit.
No.
Fucking hell! She's not doing it at all.
She's not a very good
Do I have an idea what she was about to do?
She hugs you real hard. Real hard. But you don't take any damage? Ugh.
Not even on a failed. No? Is it an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind. With that in mind, she goes, rips her arms away and a huge burst of fog begins to seep out from her pores, and you guys see that she is beginning to be obscured. All attacks against her are going to have disadvantage, so please roll with that in mind, guys.
Okay.
Now, on her turn, Sleer, you notice that she moves away out of the influence of your spirit guardians. Does it take effect at the beginning or the end of the turn?
Basically, if she starts her turn in spirit guardians, she will take more damage.
Yep. And what is the damage on this one?
I love spirit guardians.
Oh, I need a roll for that. Another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save? Oh, it's not automatic. 19 plus 2, 21.
Poo-poo. I poo-poo.
Is it a half then? If it's a success, or is it no damage?
On a success, it is a half damage, so she'll take 7 instead of 14.
Okay, she looks unwell. She's going to move away. Sparks, this means that you're going to get an attack of opportunity.
Can I also get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you guys would both try and take him.
This is with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if she's trying to retreat.
Hold on.
What flavour are those?
Hazelnut. 17 to hit.
Meet it.
Okay.
I did not hit. I got 11.
Okay. Hold on. 7 piercing damage.
Okay, hang on a moment. Let me just do some maths.
Mm-hmm.
As the snake just goes.
Okay, so, right. I'm going to show you what this looks like. She begins to seep these sweaty pores of fog, and you go.
I chopped down her
Are you
arm.
spooked, Lala?
Oh no! You didn't like Mummy's yelling.
He's right here, and he was. Oh, there he is. No, love. Oh my god.
Golden lion.
Oh, my god. I think you guys are about to see his asshole.
That's literally his butt. Lana, do you want to move?
He's like, don't make fun of my bottom.
Lana, stop presenting. Oh, come on.
Can you show them? Why is he so
He is. Lala, do you want to get off?
Lala,
Lala.
Is he laying there because it's nice and warm?
Yeah, he loves sitting on computers. He's a bit of a slut for heat.
So sweet. They're about to fight, I'm pretty sure.
Nope, you ignored him.
Oh, nice. So, you constrict Sparks, you like slash, and you also you hit as she is just now heavily oozing, and she moves towards.
Doesn't Sarazur also get an attack of opportunity?
No, because he's engaged.
He's
Oh!
in
Don't be a shit. Sarazur.
The Sarazur miss. What do
He
you get?
misses. He got 3. He's missed 4 times in a row now.
Also, just give Sarazur a look like.
I'm geriatric again.
Aren't you like 30?
For an elf?
That's so old for an elf. You
For
can't
an
have
elf.
there.
It's actually not.
Not Sarazur.
It's really normal.
The snake is just giving Sarazur judgy eyes.
Yeah. So,
Hanging off the hag's arm, like,
right. The hag, failing in all of those attacks, moves away, and what happens next is they move.
Do I get
Oh.
taken with her?
No, you don't,
I fall off.
because you can't grapple yet. Like, as a reaction, you can't quite grapple. She moves into the archway, like the doorway of the house, and she just walks back into it using her like kind of momentum to push open the doors, and they sort of swing shut. She's in her house. In her house. Next up in the order is Sparks. Sparks, what are you doing? The gargoyle is still here, just so you know.
Sure we can.
Has the... I mean, if the...
Alistair says out loud.
I'm a snake.
I'm guessing... Okay, so the gargoyle sounds like it could do huge damage, but the Anna's hag is about to unleash stuff.
Well, the Animus hag has retreated into her house
She's out.
because she had very few HP left. I'm not going to tell you how many, but she had very few.
Right. I think then... is that all within 30 feet?
The house is within 40 feet because she has a bit more movement.
Is the house particularly wet?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess it's kind of juicy if there's moss and fungus growing off of it. Why?
I'm thinking, does anything, if and it also looked quite dilapidated, although
gross.
maybe it's...
Looks like an average London rent.
Oh!
A bit niche.
I'm just
Actually,
wondering, with a lightning breath, the house doesn't... So, like, okay, there's nothing about, like, lightning attacks or lightning damage or whatever that talks about if it's, like, you know, I know the stuff if it's metal, but I don't think... Oh, sorry.
It's exacerbated by water on the floor, or if the person is submerged in water, or if it's raining.
That doesn't really...
The only danger of that is, as well, make sure you're not standing in it. So there might be water on the floor, but if you're standing in it, it sucks for you.
In that case, I think I'll move 30 feet closer, and what I might do instead is attack with 2 javelins. How many do I have left? I have 2 left.
Sparks just sprouts 2 javelins. Pretty epic.
So I think I'm going to do that. Is there any disadvantage now that she's in the house from that fog of hers, or no?
Not now that she's moved away.
Okay, then I'll just roll 2 regular attacks. And maybe aiming for the door. Is that a good idea?
I'm not going to tell you.
She might be just behind the door.
Yeah, I'll aim for the door to break the door. Okay, first is a 15 to hit the door.
Okay.
And the
I'll have
next is 25 to hit the door.
Okay. You first of all, just the first one was already. What did you roll again? The first one?
To hit?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah. That hits quite easily, and
Damage.
with like you completely obliterate this door. It explodes into weird mushroom spores and wood shred,
Okay.
which is going to filter down and rain over you. You can see inside the house. Inside the house is a faint mist that seems to have become more potent and stinkier since you last encountered it. It seems like she was preparing that action, and she's fully fledged in it now that she's in her home terrain. The stinky mist is pretty gross. Won't lie.
The stinky mist.
You don't know what it's going to do to you, but it's stinky and it's gross.
Is it, if I say both attacks were aiming at the door and the first one obliterated the door, what does that do?
You don't have to. So, just something I'd avoid always. Occasionally I do it. Just don't declare every single one. Because I'm not going to hold you to that, and you guys aren't going to hold me to that. So if you hit something and it dies immediately, you don't have to keep hitting.
True. Then do I have the choice to roll again at disadvantage to try and hit her? Is that within 20 feet?
You need to be able to see her. You can go towards the house and look through the door if you like. But that would mean going up on the warning.
If I had moved 30 feet, so presumably be about 10 feet from the house.
I'm sorry, I thought you used the javelin. Sorry, okay, my mistake.
I moved and then javelined.
Oh, okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Come on. Ooh, that's an unnatural 20. Not that it, but yes.
Okay, so you are going to take. Right. You're going to take 6 points of poison damage as you inhale this sort of cloud that sort of like absolutely makes you retch and gag, and the saliva in your mouth starts to like froth and bubble.
Yuck. Yucky.
So you would be considered poisoned, by the way.
I have the poison conditioned.
I am poisoned.
Thank you. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Great. Okay. Well, I was gonna have disadvantage on.
Disadvantage. They can't stack. So
Poison is different to disease, isn't it?
It is different.
All right.
But they're obviously very, very similar.
Then I would like to. I mean, I would be rolling at disadvantage anyway, but I'll disadvantage.
Just keep that in mind. Yeah. So,
I'd like to attack her with a javelin then.
Okay, so I'll describe you. You go into this house, and it is a sort of mostly square. Yeah.
I thought I was 40 feet away initially, so moving 30 feet, I wouldn't get into the house.
You look into this house.
Okay.
Correct my phrasing. From the doorway, you can kind of see that it is this kind of like square. You can just about make out the features of something glowing in the corner, of maybe a door off one of the walls to the left, and of just the outline of furniture. And in the middle of the room, you see this shape that looks humanoid, but like not humanoid. It could be the hag. It's definitely making the sounds of something injured. Can you make me a perception check, please, with disadvantage?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Not too bad. 13.
13. It's a hag.
Okay. A hag. Right. Right. I would like to try and attack a hag, whether it's our hag or not.
Okay.
Disadvantage. That's a 12 to hit.
Okay. You strike out with your javelin. You see it kind of just whoosh over the top of this figure who turns and just says, "My sister, how right you were. They are fun friends."
You added another one because we started killing the first one too quickly.
No, the hags exist. Hags go in covens of 3. It says it in the D&D Dungeon Master's Guide. There can be up to 3 hags in a coven.
I think you just.
What does it matter if I did add another one? Guess what? I'll do it again. Yeah, I could do it for up to 3. You guys are bitchy about it. What would you rather have, a challenge or an easy fight? Challenge. I think we all want a challenge, right? Yeah. Well.
Sarazur's clearly finding it a challenge.
I'm a legendary fighter. Miss.
All of us like. Did we fight Sarazur?
Stop! Don't be mean to him. This hag though did roll real low. So let's see. I need to sneeze. Achoo!
Bless you.
Sorry, this hag is going to go simultaneously to Miss Sarazur. So,
He loves that title.
Sparks, you are in the cusp of this doorway. Now, the gargoyle looks distracted, as if he wants to fly away, and starts to bat his wings to pull himself out.
Is he starting the area in his in Slea's field?
Yes, he is. Yes, it moved.
I need another wisdom save.
Yeah, can I finish describing and then we'll get to the rolls?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that he could fly out of it.
Don't worry, he looked as if he was about to fly out of it, but then you see this kind of sheen go over his eyes, this kind of like glow, and he's like, and I think all of you probably who are still like very much decidedly outside of the hag house premises would see that there's almost like a little kind of contraction in the air around his neck. It's like illusory kind of shekel appear and then disappear for a brief moment, and he goes, "Ah!" and he's going to attack again. So starting his turn, he is in this area. Wisdom save 17 plus nothing. 17.
So half, because it's 15 wisdom, right?
Yeah.
That is a total of 14, so 7 damage.
7. Okay, cool. Also doesn't look very good. Most of his rock has kind of started falling off, and he just says, "What's that for? This isn't fair!" And he is going to kind of like do the only thing he can do, which is attack. So,
attack.
Mostly going to be ignoring the person who is swinging a sword wildly and doing nothing with it. I'm sorry, Astrid, you are the architect of this
You'd
thing
be
that's
more
hurting
useful
him.
than-
He is going to attack you, if you don't mind.
More useful than Sarah's.
Yeah, let's be honest, Astra, a cleric is... Anyway, that's questionable. I don't know whether a cleric is always more useful than a fighter. That's definitely subjective. Objectively flawed. God, why are these dice terrible? I need to swap my dice. I need to get different dice out of here. Okay, so Astra, to hit you. The first one is a 9. The claws are a 13. So
AC is 15.
there we go. He just kind
Very
of blindly
good.
slices and slices, but your spirit guardians, which kind of like flutter around in the air, what shape do they take?
It's almost just like this like mist that's like rising up around her.
The mist
It
is kind of
smells so much
iridescent.
better
It
than the
smells like going into a lush. It smells like going into a garden.
It's like the Twilight.
It's like
The
Twilight.
Twilight body wash.
Oh
smells
yeah,
amazing. I imagine that's what
it's
Astra
glittery.
Mm.
And it just clings to him, and he's like, "Oh, it smells so fresh." Unfortunately, that's not going to work. However, at the point, at this kind of point, simultaneously to your turn, Ulster, you see that kind of like writhing mass of flesh that was the victims of the hag begin to kind of like rise up. And I'm going to just let you know now, these are a group. They're going to be attacking, which means that they are incredibly... it's similar to that fight we did in John's game. They are going to drop like flies, but they're going to be a bitch to get rid of.
Right, Emma.
Yes.
You said it was quite gloomy around here. What's the weather like?
The weather is like a moggy, hot summer's morning, but it's like...
Is it
Like,
overcast?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's overcast.
Bonus action, Ulster will transform back.
Mm-hmm.
And he, with the extra d10, because it's overcast,
Okay.
is going to cast Call Lightning.
Okay.
And it's a dexterity save. He's going to cast it. Can you tell me where these zombies are located?
They are... So there would be like 2 clusters.
Mhm.
One to like the left of the porch, and another cluster that are climbing down the trees.
Which one has more?
Probably the ones by the porch.
And how many?
Each one has, let's say, 1 HP, and there's about 30
30?
of these, like, just a huge body
30
pile.
zombies! Oh my god!
Fine, 20.
That's
Can I
so
be happier?
many. That's just so many. I wasn't expecting that.
You guys did, can I just tell you, you guys did 20 HP in one hit
Okay,
on the
well,
hag. So just remember that, I'm being generous.
I'm just calculating the damage.
The
damage.
30 HP. 30 of them. I'm telling you that now.
29 lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
29. You just go and like of all them. Most of these, you know, to be the bodies of innocents that have been turned against your cause. And only one at the end is left alive.
also
And
just stares it down like. You're next. He's like. Does it smell like cooked rotten meat?
It's like charred. It's like completely charred. Just one eye is like.
The flavor. I forget.
Yeah. You know, technically these guys have like are supposed to have like 13 hit points, but I just felt that was cruel.
I mean, you added another hag. Come on.
It's true. There is another cluster of them climbing down from some trees. I'm going to just add in a little detail.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are climbing up the tree, out over to the branches, and this is probably going to be funny. But I think it's quite.
Move the carpet.
I thought, wait, I just think this is going to be kind of funny. At least like 3 of them try this, and they're all stupid because they're just zombies being told what to do, and they just jump off the branches and splat on the ground, splat. And occasionally, like between you guys, like also just to your left, a body just slams down and explodes.
Yeah, they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also be careful of raining undead now. So
Also yells to Nakia to move the carpet out of zombie.
Roger!
Anyway.
Okay. So that was the undead. Ulster, that's your go.
Is it raining?
Oh wait, you've done your go. Astra, what are you up to? What are you up to?
I think Astra will like just kind of move forward towards Sparks.
Okay.
Essentially trying
I think
to
you're moving back.
Oh, okay.
So
you
you're going
don't
to
know that.
start moving towards the house. Okay. So you
Like-
come up onto the awning. How far are you going?
I think Astra's just gonna kind of stay like within touch range behind Sparks. Kind of like
You might
just
not be able to get that far because Sparks had to move 30 feet and you were a little bit behind. Is that okay? Or you could use your action to dash if you wanted to.
My child.
I think I'll just like move up as close as I can without, you know.
Okay, cool. So you move up onto the porch.
You know what? The last zombie that like Ulster that's like standing over by Ulster is gonna need to...
Yeah.
Wait, where is Ulster at this point as well?
Near the entrance to the house.
Are you? Did you move?
I assume that's where they were, because you said the house was on the porch.
Did you need to move to do this to the undead, or did you?
No.
Okay, so you can move if you want to. So, because you're like here. My momentum map. The hag has moved.
I can't see past your hand.
You're this little A. The hag has obviously now moved inside the house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's where. Okay, cool. So you haven't moved. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Cool. All right, that's fine. So Ulster is like where you guys were when you sort of started, which is about like 30, 40 feet from the house.
He's sizzling.
Sparks is up on the porch. You could be up. The porch is about 10 foot along, so you could be on the. You could probably just be up on the porch.
You can't just go on my chair.
I'll just be between the two of them, and then I will.
Okay, that's fine.
And again, if Astra's moving, you know, this over any enemies, you know,
Yeah,
they will need to make a sizzle check. And
you know what? You just sizzle. You sizzle that last of the undead, and you sizzle. I think I'm just gonna say. Let me roll for these guys. So roll your spirit guardians. Lily, you're a sentient wheel of cheese.
I just don't know. Every time I get up, he's just like, "Mummy, I need to be where you are."
that's going to be a total of 18 damage if they fail.
Okay, perfect. So
He does this to my clothes too.
18 damage. You mulch like 8 of them. I'm gonna say, which leaves about 15 of these like undead, like fae that are just kind of writhing around, like partially Beybladed, by your spirit guardian.
I'm sorry, but
Also,
Yes.
since that's just concentration for the next 10 minutes, I would like the gargoyle to make a wisdom saving throw.
As you leave the area, isn't it at the top of his turn?
No, this is a different spell attack I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine. Wisdom save. 9.
Hang on, I need my d12s.
This is Tom.
Legacy.
Lala, you can have my chair. Lala won't give me my chair back. So
The gargoyle is going to take a total of 18 necrotic damage as he hears these bells tolling for his soul.
Tell me what happens.
Oh,
Basically this ringing just grows louder and louder and louder, and he just crumbles into dust.
Okay.
awesome.
The last thing that you see is the gargoyle form beginning to kind of fall away. The body changing as the stone comes off, revealing a winged, humanoid figure for a brief moment illuminated in light, shackled at their neck, which then just explodes, and there's blood everywhere. It's all over you, Astra. You are just absolutely soaked in blood.
To be fair, Astra had moved away from the gargoyle at that point.
Doesn't matter.
Everyone's soaked in
Everyone's soaked in blood.
It's
blood rain. There's blood everywhere. There's rain. There's raining zombies.
It's gore.
There's stank. Sorry. Doesn't matter.
By the way,
The
guys,
blood has no added effects. It's
I
just for
am here.
funsies.
I am here, but Lala has taken my chair, so I'm just sitting on the floor.
Lala.
Like he should be.
Bottom. Great. Astra, is there anything else you would like to do with your sick turn?
That was cool.
Nope, just gonna move forward now and be between Sparks and Ulster. That's it. And there's a 15-foot radius around us, doing that whole protecty thing.
For sure.
Maybe he wants to work with us now.
Sarazur, does Sarazur count as a hostile force?
No, but Sarazur is clearly very physically capable of taking care of himself. So not just.
I'm joking.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. If he has a hostile thought towards us, does that mean the spirit guardians will smack him?
No, I think it's more that it's whether or not Astra perceives him as hostile, and Astra rather likes him. So,
Aelin, we're playing. Fine, it's okay. Just a joke. Don't worry. I think that was really cool use of that spell. Who knows what will happen next? Okay. Next up in the order is, in fact, the man himself, Sarazur, who miss. I think he sees that area of effect is definitely the way to go when it comes to the undead, knowing that he doesn't have that skill set. Is going to push forward with you, Astra and Bluey. He does, however, look back at you, Ulster. Now that there is a lull, slightly, as you've moved from one area to the next in the fight, he looks back at you and says, "You staying out here, or are you coming in?"
Ulster is kind of just sizzling. And I think he'll look at the roof of the house and be like, should I take it off?
Do what you want. And he just dismisses you and heads inside. It looked like he was concerned for your well-being.
Thanks,
A
Sarazur.
smidge. And Astra, he comes up alongside you with his sword and just kind of readies himself. As he was kind of right next to you at the beginning. He can go as far as you can go. And everybody except Ulster, you are now sort of standing on at least either the porch or the first step of the porch.
Okay.
Which means that the three of you, not you, have a pretty clear view inside the house. So, Astra, I just wanted to sort of do this before we go any further, because you have a bit more perceptive skill than Bluey does. Can you make me a perception check, please? You do have disadvantage because of the fog that's sort of shrouding this place. But who knows what that means? Whether or not you'll actually have disadvantage in terms of your rolls. And mulled wine break? Mulled wine break? Wait, first. It looks so cute.
The perception is a 6.
6 perception. 6. Okay.
I rolled a 2. I rolled a second time, and it was higher, so a 2. So 6.
6. Okay. This looks like the Anis hag that you saw outside, definitely. But the way Bluey is looking at it, I think your wisdom skills are high enough just naturally that you can tell there's something off about this whole thing. So, next up in the order is this new hag, who looks at the three of you kind of approaching, and in the mist just seems to walk over to a rocking chair that's just creaking back and forwards, and she sits down in it and picks up 2 long knitting needles as well as 2 thick rolls of yarn and begins to knit.
Doing a chunky blanket.
A chunky, yes.
What's the color of this yarn by any chance? I don't know.
Yeah, you can't tell. Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. That's interesting.
And she just starts whistling like. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this. You can't see or hear the other hag at the moment. This is its home, and you have the impression that it has a little bit of an advantage here. The fog is still present, which suggests she was in this area, but as the next round begins, it begins to sort of slowly dissipate. We are going to just naturally move on past the hag's turn. She does not engage in combat. Sparks.
She doesn't engage in combat.
Well, you can't see her, and she makes no attacks against you.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. The hag who's knitting.
Yes.
Insight check. Does she mean us harm? Can Sparks do that?
You can do that with your turn, definitely. You kind of like
We mean her harm.
your wound kind of aches as you get closer to the sort of the home of this hag. But
So insight at disadvantage, or
insight at disadvantage because you can't really see her. Insight is about reading people. Oh, she's so cute. He's just like,
God damn it! That's a 7.
a 7. She's knitting. I mean, how harmful can she be? What's she going to do? Stab you in the eye with a knitting needle?
Worse things have happened.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say with these things. It's hard to say. But it's your turn. You can choose whether or not to attack.
Go for the eye. Emma's music is making me stim, so probably a good thing.
Yeah. Unlike me, who just stims on camera.
Is it possible to slash at the yarn and kick the basket or whatever it's held in away?
Okay, so you're going like an intimidation kind of route, but not looking to attack?
Yeah, like what is she doing with this yarn? Like, I mean...
Okay, that's fine, you can do that. So you go further into the house. You get this kind of in your chest as the poison hits you again for 5 poison damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Under
don't you
half
get a
health.
chance to save at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's the top of your turn. So if you want, roll, and then you may not need to take that 5.
I roll at disadvantage?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is
And
not,
this is a
this
con?
is not a ability score. This is a saving throw, and it's to save against it's a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you.
Different thing.
Oh, it's a 9. Okay, never
No,
mind.
I'm
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, you do
take
take
that 5.
5 points.
All right, yeah.
You walk
then,
further forwards, and as you go through, the mist kind of like flickers and parts around you as you disturb it. You head straight up to this hag, a ballsy move if Saras has ever seen one, and you take your blade, use the flat end, and you go and you flick, and you pull. I'm gonna make me an ability, just make me a melee attack, and I'm gonna say it's just don't worry about damage.
so disadvantage, just an attack?
Yes, please. This is yes.
There's a lot of stuff on that wall, isn't there?
Good luck.
So with my longsword, it's a 10 to hit.
Okay, it's fine because you're not aiming for the hag, you're aiming for the yarn. So you hit, and it makes like a wet noise.
Oh, it's fine. Isn't it?
And you feel, rather than a basket toppling over, something being pulled and like dragged. And you see just a hand kind of come up through the mist, but flop back down. And the hag, seeing her knitting ripped away from her, still holding her needles, looks up and just says, "That's rather rude."
You're rather rude.
But she... Lily's stimming. It's so cute. Do it again.
No.
Do
No, I'm leaving.
you need mulled wine? You're already there. Okay, you are just poised above her. You know what? For the funs of it, because we're really more in a turn-based mode kind of vibe right now, make me an intimidation check,
Okay, at disadvantage?
please.
Holy shit! Okay, that is, even at disadvantage, that's a 19.
Ooh! Okay. Can I just make perhaps a suggestion that you take the side of the blade, take the tip, and just tilt her chin up? She laughs again, but there is a bit of a wobble in her throat. Next up in the order, we're going to have Ulster. Ulster, you sort of see Bluey properly fully go into the house. You're the only one who's still kept a distance. There are some undead on your left.
Ulster will look at them, look at the house, and he's going to bring down lightning bolt on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
To break it open.
Lightning bolt. Okay, so talk to me about lightning bolt.
So the lightning bolt, so cool lightning.
Yeah.
And I believe because the roof is unable to move, I don't think it can make a save.
No, it would be like the same as breaking open a door. So
yeah.
Go for it.
Damage.
Okay.
Roll my damage.
Damage.
Where's the other bloody dice? I always lose my dice. So many of them. Where's the other one gone? Thank you.
I just need to actually
Hold on a tick.
roll. Hang on. Don't call out your damage yet.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay, I have that HP for the roof. Tell me how much did you get?
28.
28. And sparks from inside the house. You look up and you see the balustrades, the sort of like rubble above you beginning to shake, and then all of a sudden this is like light just bursts. Now, Ulster, this is going to create some falling debris, which is probably going to hit Sparks because she's inside. Are you okay with that?
I trust Sparks' athletic ability.
I don't think I don't think I've used my action since the top of?
No.
But would I have a possible
I think
dex
we'll say
saving
Dell's
throw?
incoming to give you some kind of idea.
Incoming!
He did tell you he was going to blast the roof off the house.
Okay. Sparks, you're going to take... This is... I would consider this dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Which means the hag does as well.
Which means the hag does as well.
And I will heal you.
And that's regardless. That doesn't need a dex saving throw to get out of the way. That's just what happens.
You unfortunately, so the roof I rolled a 25. If it had been any less, I think I would have let you make a dex save. Because the roof has totally been destroyed, then I think there's not necessarily a spot you could go which wouldn't have falling debris. Yes, Emily.
Can I bonus action?
You may.
Knowing that I'm going to injure Sparks,
That's really cool, though.
I'm going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Sparks.
Cool. Okay, so I want to just describe what this hag sees very briefly. All of a sudden, this massive dragonborn tilts her chin up. There are Beyblades spinning in the background, sparkly Beyblades, and then the roof explodes, and Bluey is ostensibly wreathed in divine light.
Sparks, you take 10 points back.
Okay.
Oh my god, thank you.
Perfect, great.
He's like, so technically I didn't actually hurt you at all.
It's old wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him.
Get him. I need to count how many times. He's used that twice, hasn't he?
Yes.
I think so.
I've got 8 more shots. Bring it on.
Nice. Cool. So,
wait, is it 8 more shots or 80 more shots? Because isn't Call Lightning 10 minutes?
10 rounds, I think.
10 rounds.
Emma's like, 10 rounds.
80? No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
no. Emma. It is 80. More than 80. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, same as Spirit Guardians.
He's used 2 rounds. It's forever. He is Stormlord now. It's I love it. It's so powerful. I have both Halcyon and Ulster just spamming Call Lightning in Baldur's Gate. So powerful. It is.
I am.
I've used this spell for 5 years. I know how to use it. You don't need to check it.
I'm just checking it.
She's like, no. This can't be. But it is. Druids. We had our in-group D&D people. Everyone was fighting over who would be a druid.
Okay.
There were 3 people who wanted to be a druid. And I was like, can't have 3 druids.
Okay, just so you know.
He's used it completely correctly.
That's fine. When you go inside, I'll be describing to you the size of the room and stuff.
Yeah, which is why he broke open the roof.
That's cool, but there are other rooms, obviously.
I know how to use this stuff. I won't cheat.
I'm not saying you're going to cheat. I'm just warning you in case you're expecting to get 80 shots, no matter what. Okay, cool.
I know how to use it. He'll drop it if it's not used.
That's fine. Okay, cool. So, next up in the order, after Ulster God modes the roof, Astra.
You go tell me Sarazur is a little bit impressed.
Sarazur is a little bit impressed. He doesn't want to be. He's like, that'd be so cool. Astra, you and Sarazur are standing at the bottom of the porch. What do you do?
Astra will look at Sarazur like, in we go.
You asking him?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of a confirmation, like, are we going in?
He grunts and then nods.
Okay. So Astra will head inside behind Bluey. Sparks.
Okay, you can get inside the house. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Tasha, but that's such a good song.
How does an 18?
Oh, sorry?
How is an 18?
Fine for now. Fab. Okay, so you come in and you feel this like wretch kind of like build up inside you, but you manage to fight back the urge to like just to vomit.
Think of it as a herbal cleanse.
Yeah.
Also, if the hag is within, since Astra's moving up behind Sparks, if the hag is within 15 feet, she will need to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is for hostile creatures, correct? She's not attacked you.
It's whoever the caster.
You deem her as hostile?
Deems hostile, yeah.
You're going to fight the hag?
Astra deems her as hostile, so yeah.
I'll traffic her.
This is a different hag, guys, just so you know.
Yeah, but they're cohabiting.
Well-
In the same way also is judged by his association with the man, so is this hag.
I guess. If anything, Astra would still think it's the same hag.
Fair enough. That's true. You did get really shit on your perception check. Okay, fair enough.
Anything Astra is really, really bad at.
The hag makes a saving throw, yeah?
Wisdom saving throw 15, and the damage
9.
Okay, cool. Let me add up some big numbers now. That's going to be 19 radiant damage. And again,
Didn't even talk to this NPC that I added in here. That I decided to kill her. Okay.
Also, half movement for any enemies in this range.
That's fine. Okay. She's, like I said, when she saw you guys, she sat down and tried to get on with her knitting, and you guys just came into her house.
Was she knitting human viscera?
Yeah, but like you guys she was minding her own business.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, so actually I'm gonna say now she looks pretty fucking miffed.
Understandable.
Some more cuddles. Don't hug us.
Different hag.
I think they're fighting on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear unusual scuffling noises. Oh, hello. Did you win? Did you win? Come here. Come here, Skinny. Skinny boy. Skinny.
Okay, so give me a
Did
moment.
you go to the toilet? You smell a little bit. You smell a little bit funky.
Oh my god, yes, this is such a good idea.
Stinky. He's stinky.
Okay. Sorry, I just have to do something. Sorry guys, just looking for a stat block.
That's right.
Okay. So.
Oh, is the hag starting her turn in the Spirit Guardians?
Yes, she is.
I need another roll.
Okay. This isn't going to help your case.
What case?
So that is
she was
an
going to
11.
help ours.
So do it again.
That is a total of 16 radiant damage.
Okay. So she sits down, she starts knitting, it gets knocked out of her hand. Bluey becomes a god. Astra Beyblades in and goes, and she just goes, and there are just tiny cuts suddenly appear all over her body. And she goes,
You're coming to my house.
and here I thought you could help me unseat my hag of a sister.
Huh?
Foolish. Now, all you will help me do is prepare my dinner. And she is going to cast a spell. Stop me if you guys have heard this one before.
Oh no.
She turns her hands and
Alright,
just
guys,
says,
I'm outside. If anything happens to you, I'll get Zarina.
How many of my people, my followers, those who protect this place, will come to my aid? 1, 2, 4, no, 8. And she casts Conjure Woodland Beings and summons 8 pixies.
I can do that.
Oh no.
That was your face. I like that. That was funny. Okay, cool. And
Suddenly fear.
you guys see these pixies just. These pixies kind of have this like shackle around their throats that illuminates for a moment.
Kill the hag, guys. Kill the hag.
And they are going to go. I'll have them roll initiative. Seems only fair. Okay, so they got initiative is plus dex, so plus. That's going to be 12. So they'll go just ahead of you, Sparks.
When a pixie beats your initiative by quite a lot.
That's fine. Roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, which have their own turns. They obey any verbal commands that you issue them. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions. The DM has the creature's statistics. I hate that part. DM has it. DM will do it.
Question. Where is she summoning these pixies?
Inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Okay, but is it within
don't
a
worry, she can see your aura of Beyblades and is not going to summon them in a stupid place.
The borders go through, or people just run through the blade.
She's not. She is an intelligent creature. She is also a spellcaster, so she is not going to do something that's going to make her very nice, powerful spell immediately ridiculous. She knows these things only have 1 HP.
What is the radius of the house itself?
The house, it's big enough. It's like at least 25 feet up. It's a 2-story house, but it's got a caved kind of its second roof. It's like 40 feet across and 40 feet deep. If it's
now it has
square.
a big hole in the middle.
Yep. But there's like nooks and there's crannies and that kind of thing. I see what you're trying to do. I appreciate it. I just
wanted to know how big this house is, you know.
That's fair enough. Yeah, it's fair enough. And I mean, you guys did 43 points of damage to this person in 12 seconds. So she's gonna have a moment. She's gonna try. She's gonna try and fight. And if she doesn't, then she doesn't do it. And that's
Guys,
okay.
we're doing pretty well.
You're doing pretty well, yeah. These hags are CR3. There's 2 of them, and you're in their own terrain, so I'm pretty impressed. Cool. So, first up in the order is the other hag. Now, I'm going to say now that you're in the house, Sleer and Sparks, Saraz's turn. Hang on a minute.
Come on,
Sarazur, sorry, I almost missed his turn, is going to rush up. Someone I think said kill the hag. So he's going to go and try and attack the hag. So 1 was a 2. I don't know what's wrong with my dice. I swear to God, Lily, you can check it.
Was that the roll to determine if he's poisoned?
15.
Oh, he has to also do that. So, okay, hang on a moment.
Sorry.
He gets 2 attacks, so that's why I rolled 2 dice. First, he has to roll to see if he's poisoned. 2 and a 15. Let me do it. Sorry, guys, lots to keep track of.
Saving throws on at disadvantage, are they?
No.
Yeah.
18. Okay, so he is not poisoned.
That's good. It's a good thing, Sarazur.
He slashes down. The hag rocking chairs out of the way. The next hit, though, is going to get her. That's 18
Nice.
plus 5
Miss
is
hit.
20. Fucking hell. He looks at you with like, ugh.
Also says, because he can speak now.
Oh my
he can
god.
rattle off again.
You've just like got a slight to it. Okay. 1d10 plus 2, 4, apparently, points of damage. He's going to spend 1 superiority die.
Lala, what are you doing?
To rally.
What is he doing? He's climbing behind the bookshelf.
Sparks.
She's like, no, I'm not dealing with that. Lala, come here.
Sparks, you're going to take back.
Oh, he's got one of your rollers.
Oh, for God's sake. Sorry.
And one of your flowers.
Sorry, guys. Hang on. Lala's being weird.
And these.
You take 5 points of healing, but this is as temporary HP for you, Sparks.
Nice.
Just so you know. When a creature... That wasn't within 5 feet of him. Okay, cool. Right, that's all he can do at the moment. 4 points of damage. A pretty high concentration check. Okay. The spell still stands. So, we get to the top of the turn. Now that you guys are inside the house.
Except me.
Except for you. Fair enough. You need to be able to see this guy.
He's made a hole in the roof so he can see this guy. But maybe I can come in.
And now that a light has sort of been shed on the inside of the house, you notice that there are 2 doors on the left-hand side. There is also a large fireplace with a pot. That would be kind of good, wouldn't it? But I didn't plan that. Should I do it anyway? No.
No, this is already hard enough.
Yeah. With a pot that is kind of sitting in the center there, and you can sort of like hear from within the pot like a sizzling kind of like a sort of like tarry kind of like bubbling noise. The fire is like kind of like growing these embers. It's like oozing like weird liquids. It looks like a gross soup.
Yum yum.
Time is weird soup. You get the impression that if the Anis hag is down here, she's gone either into one of those 2 doors or somewhere that you guys can't see yet. Okay, now. Pixies. There are 8 of these. The first ones are going to look to the hag and their eyes just kind of flash the similar way to the gargoyles. And they're going to cast Polymorph on Sparks.
Oh.
Okay. So.
It's going to turn you into a sheep, bro.
No jokes, bro.
No jokes, bro.
Okay. So, Sparks, can you please roll me? I believe that is a wisdom saving throw.
Bar, blue sheep.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, wisdom. I don't know why I said that.
The other thing to remember about pixies is their
1
savings
HP.
really low.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I've done this many times too.
I know.
Sparks is currently occupied and will return shortly.
Okay.
Should we have a mulled wine break?
Yes, sure. Okay.
5 to 7 minutes approximately. See you soon. Goodbye.
Throw. It's a straight roll.
Oh, okay. A straight. Okay, so still at disadvantage because I'm poisoned?
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's pretty good. That's 18.
18? Okay, you do beat it.
Yeah.
All right. That one pixie goes, ah! That's one down. The next one is going to go towards Slayer in an attempt to polymorph you. Slayer, can you roll me a wisdom save?
To be fair, do you mean actively moving forward towards Slia?
No, I mean aiming polymorph at you. Aelin, they can see the Beyblades.
They can see.
They don't feel that. They're not feeling it today. They're not feeling being sliced and diced by Beyblades.
You never know.
That's true. Sometimes I wish I could be sliced up by Beyblades.
Why?
I'm joking.
Also, to be fair, they're not. It's just like a shimmery mist.
Yeah, that smells like lush bombs.
They know this is an Anis hag, not an Anis hag. This is a fairly powerful hag. So she has been damaged by the spell already.
Don't listen to the nice smell. Look at him.
That's a 25.
That's fine. Another one is going to go at you.
That's the beauty of the pixies, and you can just spam them. Are you going to use all of them?
Who knows?
Are there 4 of them?
There's 8.
There's 8 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another 25. Different die, another 17
Another one
on
is
the
going
die.
to go at you.
That's a 21 on the die. Not
Another
on the
one's
die,
gonna
21 total.
You are making a cleric roll.
I know, which is why so many of them are going to try it.
It's like making monster.
I know.
That's another 21.
Another one is going to go at you. I'm saving the last one for something special.
No, I know what you're going to do if they don't manage to. Anyway.
That's a 23.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Riff Sarazur.
So you've 2 pixies left, right?
Yeah,
Keep going. Keep them coming. I'll take them.
No, I'm sure you will.
This is my little diagram for targeting Astra with polymorph.
That's okay.
We're just drawing larger arrows. Looks like a magnetic field diagram. Yeah. Science.
Apparently it's snowing in some parts of the UK.
I want it to snow now.
Nice.
Okay, another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know who.
Hang on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23.
23. Okay, the last one
Yes,
is...
I am counting on my fingers.
That's fine. The last one is not going to use polymorph. They are going to instead use entangle. And they are going to cast that around your guys' legs.
Ooh, plants.
And near the sort of whole sort of entryway of the doorway of the house. So I would like
A strength saving throw.
Astra and Sparks to both make me a strength saving throw, please.
It's a 15.
Mm-hmm.
A disadvantage.
No, we're not rolling. So,
Oh, sorry. Okay, I won't look at those. All right. That's a 14.
okay, cool. You guys are both fine, but there is difficult terrain in this area. And just as the pixies finish their turn, they are all going to fly. Sorry, let me just find my little pixie stat block. They're all going to fly 30 feet out, sort of up near the. They're going to go out towards the what do you call it? The hearth and up the chimney.
What are you doing up there? Wait, all of them go in the chimney.
All of them go one in line after another. And Slayer, I'm probably going to say, just because of the nature of movement, I'm going to say with 1 HP, you get one of those pixies, and you have the joy of watching your Beyblades slice this poor woodland creature up into more blood, a suspicious amount of blood, and it just explodes everywhere. And the hag just goes, "I had a family." No, she doesn't say that. That's Emma being very sweet.
You just send pictures of their family later.
This is the thing I always feel about this spell, is that it's like, I want a one shot, which is just a little community of pixies who have been harassed by a druid who keeps casting the spell, finally taking revenge.
The way I see it is kind of like in TGCF, where it manifests like an avatar. That's how I like it.
That can feel their pain, yes.
Yeah, but they don't actually
can feel their pain and feels death over and over and over again with no release. What the hag is actually going to say, as the pixies head on up the chimney, is she's going to say, "Won't you stop this wretched bombardment and instead listen to me?"
Wretched bombardment, I love it. Wretched bombardment.
Also, it's your go. You are outside. You cannot see this lady, but you can hear.
How close is the hag to the fireplace? You said she was missing by it.
Yeah, she's just sitting like maybe 5-10 feet away. 10 feet.
5 feet away.
Have you got
5 feet away?
I'll roll a dice. If it's above 10, then it's 10 feet away. If it's below 10, it's 5 feet away. Oh, freaking hell. 17.
Fine.
10 feet away.
From my passive insight, what can I gain from just hearing this person talk?
They are a hag.
Yes, but what about what they're saying?
You kind of like twitch your ears and you hear them say, like, wretched bombardment, and that part about, won't you listen to what I have to say?
No information on the tone or...
Do you want to use your action to investigate further?
No, because I don't think that's fair. I think I would be able to learn stuff just from hearing this person, and if I wanted to glean more.
On your sheet, is there a passive insight roll?
Hold on.
Or passive investigation?
Be passive insight, Emma. It's 17.
Yeah. Sorry, if I meant more like if there's not a passive insight on there, then you could use that as well.
17.
17. That's great. Yeah. Sorry, what I meant when I said you could use your action was so that you could gain like every piece of information you could possibly.
No, I just kind of want to know. Like,
but your passive, yeah.
Yeah, this is ringing. Like.
She seems to be surprised in her tone. She sounds like she's been hurt physically, but also sounds angry now. There's getting like a more of a sort of ripple of anger. If there's a window of opportunity in which you wanted to talk to this person, it's rapidly closing. But that's up to you whether you even want to.
I think also it's going to walk up to the door and take a look inside at the situation.
This is really yummy, by the way.
It is really yummy. Where are the undead? Where are they clustered?
By the tree. They have their turn simultaneously with you. So I'll describe them when they act. They look like they're on the move.
Okay. Also kind of ripples with the energy of his lightning, and then just pauses and goes, "You want to talk?"
Yeah. So you say that out loud. Can you make me a persuasion check, please?
Bum, ba-dum, bum. 16.
16. Okay. I will bear that in mind. At which point the undead start to kind of come up to you. Now,
if they attack me, I will call the lightning down, by the way. If she orders them to attack me.
She's not controlling them. This is a different hags undead.
Okay, in that case, I will bring the lightning down on them.
Yeah. This these undead were from the Anis hag. This is, remember, a different person.
I will bring the lightning down on them. So, where's my other dice? Can they make a dexterity saving throw?
That's going to be 16.
So they'll take, hold on, half damage. Good for them, because I rolled pretty high.
Yeah.
7 plus 5. 31 halved is 15.
15, and they are just obliterated in this moment. There are 15 of them.
Do you want to talk? The lightning just crashes down behind them.
Okay, the hag will look at you and say, "You may be the only one," implying you're the only one who wants to talk. The undead are no longer a concern. Astra.
Very good.
I think Astra's just going to reply, I don't really think that it's worth talking to child traffickers unless you're going to be convinced to stop.
Are you talking to her?
The hag, yeah.
She says,
I'm not a trafficker.
"Who's a child trafficker here?"
You work with the Sisterhood?
No.
Can I say something that's a bit funny that's slightly out of turn?
You may, yeah.
Just because our passive insight and perception is quite different, I assume that Astra is like, this is the same person. Also, it's like, what's a completely different person? As we're talking. Astra's like,
So
really? Really? Are you sure?
she looks
Goodness me, guys. What did that pole ever do to you?
She looks revolted and says, "Children aren't sad enough to pique my interest. Barely spent..."
You just fell. Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. It was very funny.
Of course, some of them have a natural predisposition to melancholy. But I need time. Age. The older my victims, the more they see themselves suffering within their own bodies, the more they delight me.
I still don't like
I need the hag to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is going to be 20.
Ooh.
There's a faint ringing in her ears, but
Okay.
that's it.
And she says, "Interesting. But no."
And yeah, Astra's just going to stay with the spirit guardians right on this hag. So let me know when the hag's turn comes up, and we'll roll another wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, why are you so incensed just because I made fun of you when you fell?
Sure thing. So
Pause. Pause in the air. Like you just don't care.
I think that this is difficult because you guys have kind of pushed it a bit too far now.
Hey, I could have hit her with the lightning.
I know.
Also, Bluey's first turn with her, she just cut the intestine off and put
Fair
the
enough.
sword to her chin.
How we've all agreed that it's Viscera.
Yeah.
Oh!
If you wanted Astra to stop attacking, that would have been the good point. But Astra,
asking.
yeah, no, I meant the party. But Astra has decided she doesn't like this person and to continue attacking.
Also doesn't seem super bothered. He does seem like he would probably be convinced to listen, but he's not going to stop you guys.
Okay. So, with this in mind, the hag. So she's going to make a wisdom saving throw. That is going to be 16.
A 16 is going to meet the save, so she will take half of 21.
Sorry.
10.
Okay. So,
How is she looking?
not good. But she also... Okay. So the Beyblades kind of go... The mist sort of seeps in through her sinuses. She breathes it in.
Not lush.
I think actually an interesting way to do it is she breathes in this mist and you just see her nose bleeding, her lips and her eyes beginning to kind of bleed.
Sometimes lush does feel like that.
Yeah, and she just kind of shudders in a breath. It is her turn. And she says, all right then. Looks around. Maybe this was a mistake. And she kind of puts down her knitting needles and reaches out a hand, and there's just like a sort of like feeling.
Oh, I need her to make a concentration check for her pixies. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to finish the RP stuff and then I will do that. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just remembered.
That's fine. She reaches out her hand.
And casts something.
Yeah, I can't remember what she was going to... Hang on, let me just check her spell list.
Sorry for interrupting. I would have forgotten about it.
It's fine.
I do that. Don't worry.
It's fine. We can also like put up your hand if you want to say something. And then I can find a natural time to do it. Or find a way to do that. We can figure out a way to do that with your camera off.
Spicy people need like a little thing to hold up, because the number of times that I need to interrupt someone, but I feel like I can't. I'm just like,
I feel like I need that for people who, like, sometimes when people are about to say something, but if I lose my train of thought, I'll never get it back. I'll be like, stop, you don't understand.
We need little signs.
That's fine. It's not a huge deal. I think she was going to cast a spell, but I was just leading up to it anyway. She sort of just reaches out and sort of feels like kind of the energy, the way you guys are hardly even like kind of injured compared to what she is.
You pretty injured? I'm kind of injured. I think Sparks is kind of injured. I'm just a little bit bleedy.
And she says, you can have her, but for this, she looks down, I'll be taking her house and everybody in it. And you guys feel a sudden lurch as the house begins to shake and rumble, and all of a sudden you just hear like a as it rips itself out of the ground. And I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Including me?
You're outside. You're going to get the sort of like shakes of it from the outside, so it's different. So yes, please. But I'll describe to you what you see.
Great. Dex save?
Yeah.
19. What was that?
Okay. Sarazur. Plus... Did you say 9? 9. I know, he's doing so shit. 11. This isn't in character, I swear to God. Maybe he's just not feeling well.
He's intimidated.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Sparks? Okay. Sparks?
6.
6. Okay, Sparks. You feel the house tip up at a 45-degree angle, and you immediately roll down the floor as it becomes a hill, and it gets steeper and steeper. The hag seems to be magically kind of held in place, though everything, like the trinkets on the walls, like the throws, any loose items begin to kind of move and like shift around, and some of them even falling off. You skid down, holding on to the floorboards, and you just go right out the door and tumble out over the porch and land right at Ulster's feet. Sarazur,
sympathetic pat on the head.
Sarazur is not far behind you. For sure. The house, guys, I'm pretty sure you may have figured this out, has a pair of legs underneath it. And from where it stands, you see revealed beneath the house 2 kind of like lower like rooms which get pulled up with it. Like almost out of the earth as a whole, so it looks like it's got like a little like L shape at the bottom, and the like almost like where feathers, like a ruff of feathers should be, if this is the lower half of the chicken. In fact, the broken planks of wood and the sort of stringy earth and the soil that keeps this whole thing together make it look like it's like the lower half of an animal, and the legs seem to be actually incredibly animalistic. Though you do see some of the skin is worn down to the bone. It shakes its tail feather, and it is going to start running in a dash away from this area.
That in one turn.
This is their like ultimate move, if that helps. They can only do this when they're bloody.
Is Astra still in the house?
Yeah. Astra got a 20. So Astra, you managed to stand upright as you fall against the wall. You kind of like brace yourself there. You feel the house beginning to kind of run. And you see the land kind of beneath you beginning to rush away as distance is slowly being put between you and your friends. By the way, the only way it's doing this much is because this is the very end of the round and the house moves at the top of the round. So I'm just kind of blending those two in with the description. Something I will say you see is the Anis hag is sort of where the sort of porch used to meet the ground. There was like one seam which didn't seem to pull and was torn away. And where the ground kind of caved in around it, there's one basement room revealed, which appears to be like a... How can I describe this without being super disgusting? You know, in the Mind Flayer ship, there's like those pods which you can click and they heal. Imagine if you climbed in those and it was like a weird mud sack filled with ooze. And it looks like it's some sort of healing pod. You as a cleric, specifically Astra, would sort of see that, and you can see her inside it. You know that this is a point where the hag would be quite vulnerable, and you're kind of being put distance between it. The other thing you see is how this healing pod works, which is hooked up to one end of it with these like kind of like strange roots peeling out from under their skin, is the curled up, still shakily breathing body of a young child. Which is just left behind.
Wait, am I right next to this hag that's in the healing tank?
No. You're not like right next to it. You see that at a split second as the house begins to run away. You're like, if you have a choice, is what I'm saying. If you stay in this house and choose to fight this hag one-on-one in the house, your friends obviously being far away, you're also not going to be able to kind of be part of this fight with the Anis hag. So it is your choice what you want to do.
No, I wanna like not be like taken away.
Okay, you can choose to fail the save if you'd like to.
If it looks like that is the wiser option, I will choose to fail the save.
Okay, I can't make that for you, but if you wish to, that is fine. Ostensibly, on your turn, which is in Sparks and Allstair's turn, you can have jumped out of the house. So you can be on the ground now with the others if you want to. So, guys, for God's sake, why does he keep doing this?
Lala. I need to sit there, Lala. What do I do?
Gotta pick him up, baby. He loves your bum.
Lala, it's mummy's seat. It's mummy's seat.
You guys see Astra kind of like jump out of this house. I won't make you take falling damage because I'm going to say it was only about. You would have seen this very quickly and been able to react very quickly. But you do land prone, similar to Bluey. Both of you are prone on the ground. Ulster, Sarazur as well. Also, you're the only one standing, and you see the house kind of running away.
How far does it get? I assume it can't take movement if she's just summoned it? Or is
the new round already. The house moves at the top of the round, and the hag's turn is at the very end.
How far has it gone?
It can go 80 feet per round.
Cool.
So, Sparks, it's your go.
I am terrified now.
Okay. Do we also see this basement room where the Annis hag is, and do we see her in there?
You look over, I think. Ulster, you'd be the first one to see it from standing up, but Astra, you would have also seen it by now. Sparks, you look over and you see this, like, the only thing left of the house, other than, like, some ripped up foundations, is this, like, subterranean structure, which is slightly caved in. And you can kind of get up and use 15 feet of your movement to go over and see it. And you see what I described.
Okay. Is there enough movement to hop into the room?
No. But if you have any ranged weapons, or you can dash if you want to.
I think. Am I allowed to know, Lily, when Ulster attacks with a bolt, how much area does that affect?
So, it's a 10-foot sphere that the maximum he can hit. And he can reach up to 120 feet away from him.
Okay. If this room looks like Ulster could target just the hag and not the child,
the hag and the child are hooked up to the same pod, which might be something that Bluey, you want to do something about if you saw that.
Yeah. I can target the feet of the house if you want to slow it down.
You want to attack the house?
I can slow it down, actually.
You can attack the house.
Okay, I think.
Has the house moved 80 feet away?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
That's why I'm making the house run away.
But there's a child in the house.
No, there's a child.
What are you talking about?
I'm confused. On
the floor, right in front of you, Ulster.
Oh, so
there is a subterranean little room. The only thing that's left behind of the house
is the hag and the child.
In that room is the first hag you met in the little healing pod, hooked up to the other end of the healing pod. Perhaps the source of the healing pod is the child.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I can target a minimum of 5 feet, so I could get her. Just her.
All right. Well, if I can see the hag and she's within 30 feet of me with all my movement reduced, I think I'll do a lightning breath attack.
Okay.
I don't think I can do another attack because my javelins are gone. So I'll
on the hag.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm replacing one of my attacks, and I can't use the other one. I'm replacing one of them with the lightning breath weapon. The hag needs to make a 14 dex saving throw, and because
it's going to automatically fail.
It's a 5 foot wide thing, so I'll. Is that enough to clear?
But can you
like,
make me
not hit the child?
a wisdom check, please, just before you do this?
A check.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Is
also
there
have
enough
wisdom
clearance?
sparks if we need to get some.
Oh, that's a 19.
Okay, that's good. So you prepare this spell and you aim straight at the hag, and then you notice when you're looking at the hag, the sort of symbiotic sort of structure of the healing pod, the way it's hooked up to the child, it's almost as if potentially damaging the
Her
pod
goes to the
whilst the
child.
child is attached will also damage the child.
Shit. Okay.
Sparks.
Ah.
I can get the child out if you want to let me do that. I can do it very quickly.
Well, it's okay. It's about severing the child from the pod.
Yeah, you think like a precision, perhaps non-magical attack would work really well for that.
Oh,
How far away are we from the?
Ulster, you were like 30 feet from the porch, but the house, the subterranean bit's a little bit in front of that. I'd say you're like 20 feet away.
Okay, if you can't get there with your movement, I can. But if you can, then go ahead.
I can't. I think so. She's rearing up to do a breath weapon, but like stops herself and with kind of like arcs in her mouth. She would say, "Get the child out of there, and then they're safe."
Yeah. Sarazur hears "save the child" and is like, oh, mentally he can't act yet. Ulster, it's your go.
Cool.
And Sparks, do you want to hold your breath weapon until the child is severed?
Oh, I would love to do that.
That's
yes.
fine. Okay. Ulster, it's your go.
To Misty Step up to the child.
Okay, you Misty Step right next to the child. When you touch the pod, you get this waft of poison, and you think, it's a good thing I'm Madrid.
Cool. I would like to. Can I just use a dagger to cut the child free?
You can, yeah.
I just use my dagger to cut them out of the pod.
Cool. As you cut the pod, you take 5 points of acid damage as it leaks some sort of like weird pussy juice onto you.
It's like, ooh.
Also, it's like tingles. The first layer of your skin is melted away.
Oh.
Now you.
More.
6
you
more.
lift the child into your arm. Pardon me.
Yes, I'll pick the. I think you can pick the child up and carry.
You lift the child up into your arms.
Use all my movement.
And moves all your movement to get away. Sparks, you can attack if you wish.
So, because I guess she automatically fails, that means that
Auto fails.
Well, she's not rolling. Sorry, it's a dex save, right?
The hag will auto fail.
The hag. Oh, right. Sorry. I think you meant Sparks. I was like, you can do
No,
this.
the hag will auto fail.
Yes, I understand. Okay, yeah. So, can you roll some damage for me?
Yes. Okay. So it is because I've leveled up. It's 2d10.
Okay.
2d10 just by itself. Yes. Where is another d10? I did not pick out another d10. Excuse me. I can just roll it twice. I'll roll it twice. Easier. 7 plus 2. Okay, 9 lightning.
9 lightning damage. Okay.
Rah. Scrah. Sorry, it's a gift thank you thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Baldur's Gate thing. Sorry, we're getting very annoyed. The Baldur's Gate. And I need to play Baldur's Gate. I'm sorry, you need to join the club.
Look, Tom's going to get a souped-up computer soon, so we'll be able to do that, I think in a few weeks.
Play it. It's the best. It's the game of the year. It's smashed everyone else.
Mm.
It's amazing. You'll never watch
in both senses.
I want to get the bear man today. When you're having a shower, Emma, I'm going to go to Act 3. I'm going to romance Halson.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Holster adds his 5th love interest to the collection.
One that hasn't even pursued him yet. He's like rejecting everyone else. You. Household's gonna love him. I already know.
He's been hit. Ulster, the only person that Ulster has hit on is Halson. Everyone else came up to him.
Okay.
We did have another D10. Oh well.
So, you guys watch as Sparks reaches out and reaches out. How much did you roll?
9 lightning.
9. Hang on. 14.
Astra, I have to finish her off.
Yeah, 44, 64. Yeah, okay. She has 1.
Wait, is Sarazur or Astra next?
Next up is Astra.
I'm sorry, it'd be so funny if Sarazur just went and did the 1 point of damage. Just like, I did great in that fight. And it's so good.
What's funny is that Astra's literally just going to walk up to this hag. Continue, because the Spirit Guardians is still going.
You take a step towards the hag and she just goes and lies lifeless. I will say, the only thing, Astra and Sparks, because the two of you are close to the hag, you will be feeling the effects of this. There is a rupture and a spew as acid spews from this pod. I'm just going to say, you both take 6 points of acid damage. And that's it.
I take half of that. I take 3 because of my
amazing.
Of my armor.
It's like, it's probably good for you. It's like it's coming.
And Spirit Guardians is still going.
Indeed. Okay.
Can the Spirit Guardians cheer up the child?
Who is Ulster? You're holding the child. I'm just going to change the music to be more appropriate. We can play for 15 minutes, but then I absolutely have to go to sleep. I am about to die.
Shower.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, and just make sure you're leaving yourself enough time.
Oh, you think we should finish now?
No, I think it's just how much time you need really. Have a good shower.
You think I
finish when?
I don't think you're thinking. I think you've been at work all day and you deserve a nice hot shower.
Okay, then we'll play for.
Finish when you need to.
We'll wrap up this scene and then we'll.
We should try and organise the next session, hopefully before the 17th.
Haven't we already organised it?
I don't remember.
We did 2 in a row, didn't we? Organised 2.
I don't think so.
Oh,
okay, right, we're going to wrap this up.
I'll have to check.
Yeah. And then we can do it. So.
Okay.
I will not be able to play until the very end of the year, and I don't know if anyone else will be able to at that point.
So, you guys gather around Ulster, and Sarazur gets up, and he quickly rushes over, and he comes over to you, Ulster, and says, "Let me, you're injured."
I'm fine, actually.
You are slightly injured. You have a slight cut on your shoulder.
Wait, he's like, are you going to heal him? Because I can do that. Sorry, I gendered the child. What does the child look like?
I mean, as most children of this age, like 5 to 6, it's impossible to tell.
I can heal them.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
He looks concerned and says, "All right, let me just and he looks around and he takes off his jacket and wraps it up into a little wraps it up around the child's shoulders and tightens it and is like, okay."
How injured does this child look?
Okay, so the kid looks very thin. Their breathing is very heavy, and you can obviously see parts on their skin. They've got just a sort of grayish, dusky coloured skin, with long kind of hair of pretty much the exact same colour. Their eyes are closed. They're incredibly mucky. They're covered in acid, but what you notice kind of as the acid sort of hits their skin, yes, I'll get to you, Sparks, is every time the acid kind of peels a layer of skin away, it seems to like regenerate again, and again and again in like a sort of like constant sort of.
So this kid looks pretty injured.
Looks pretty injured, but there's something weird happening with their body.
Okay. I'm going to do something potentially quite drastic.
Okay.
To heal them.
Yeah.
Also, we'll give the child to Sarazur.
Okay.
He'll walk away so he's alone, and he will place a hand on his chest.
Okay. I think I know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So pause there. Sparks, what were you saying?
I have two questions.
You can,
One
but I just want to make sure that
is-
before we get to that scene, we answer this question. Yes.
One is that if there's currently rain, is it helping to wash the acid away from the child?
I think that's up to Ulster, as he's in control of the weather over this area.
I can't make it rain, bro.
No, but if you're
shit.
taking... Okay, you can't make it rain, that's fine.
Okay,
Fair enough.
never mind. And then, second thing, I mean, I'm wondering,
The hair slightly...
Astra can produce, like, good berries. It doesn't heal much, but it stops, like, hunger or something like that. Is that...
I can give the child one.
Okay, why don't you... So, Sparks, you can go over to Astra and sort of propose that. But you guys both see Ulster pass the child over to Sarazur and sort of step away. Ulster, are you going out of sight?
No, I think he's just going a little bit further away. And he...
Before that, like, I mean, if Sparks is bringing this...
Hang on. Guys, let's... Wait. So... We will do your thing, I promise. Don't worry. I'm giving this just... The reason I'm narrating this from the other side is so that the others can have a chance to react if they want to. But don't worry, it's not going to interfere with whether or not you can cast your spell. So, Aelin, Astra's reaction to that is to focus on Sparks. What were you saying?
If, like, Sparks is bringing this, like, injured child over to them...
No, Sparks doesn't have the injured child.
I was just proposing Goodberry.
Oh,
I don't have the child with me.
Sarazur is holding the kid.
Can I make a medicine check to see what would be appropriate?
Yeah, that's fine, cool. So you head over to sit by Sarazur and help him. You notice that he's like holding the child, but clearly has no background in medicine. So you help him.
That is
roll me a medicine check. And whilst you're focused on that,
natural 20 for 27.
Perfect. Whilst you're focused on that, Ulster, what are you doing?
So Ulster is going to heal the child. He is going to use Wither and Bloom on himself.
Okay.
And he's going to intentionally fail the roll. 6, 3. Hold on. The child takes back 13 HP.
Also, you're 21 health below your max.
I'm on 30 HP.
Did you heal yourself?
I've been on 30 HP this whole time.
Yeah, no, I know. But with that total, because you lost 8, and then now a further 13.
So now I'm on...
So you've lost 21 total. I just want to make sure that you're okay with that before you cast the spell. It's good. You're going to look bloody. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
So he will be on 17 HP.
Okay, so...
But the child will take back 13.
Okay.
And then also can just spam himself with Healing Word a little bit.
Okay, so it's very... Yes, this happens. But I don't want to make this clinical. I want you to... I want us to sort of like role play through this scenario, because this is quite a severe thing that Ulster is doing, and I think it deserves a bit more attention than just I'm going to spam myself with healing. So Ulster, you take a step back and you kind of gather this magic in your hand. What does Wither and Bloom look like for you?
Well, first, I'll just say the reason Ulster does it is because he wants to give the child the most immediate...
RP it, play it. Don't just
most immediate type of healing.
Okay. Don't...
I've been interrupted so many times, I just don't really want to narrate it anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, he injures himself to give the child his HP, essentially.
Okay.
So,
but
no, I don't want to. Let's just move on.
Okay, fine. All right. So Sarazur and Sparks. counterpart, excuse me, Astra, the two of you looking at this child see that its skin kind of glows, this like light kind of cool color, and it's a sort of magic that you recognize from being Ulster's magic. And I think that is probably when the both of you look around and you see Ulster just doubled over his hand, which has got this like kind of like darkening, like almost frostbite to it. I'm just going to improvise for you. As it's
He'll be fine though.
Sorry?
He'll be fine though. You know he can heal himself.
Yes, but the point is that you can. This is not just turn-based mode. This is quite impactful for Sarazur, for example, and I want that to come across.
Okay.
Because his actions otherwise are just going to sound like a very sudden shifting character without the seeing Ulster going through the pain, without like seeing Astra have that moment of realization she's thrown out of the house, that there's a child there, and making the choice to abandon following the house. These actions, because this whole thing is about you guys forging a relationship with Sarazur and following the hags as like a way to sort of build kinship in this new world. And I really want to do that justice and not just have it be reliant on what we already know about Sarazur and your guys' relationship. It's not a criticism. I just want to make sure that you guys know why I care so much about this scene. For Ulster, you guys see Ulster intentionally like hurting himself to save this child. And when Sarazur sees that, he looks angry, actually. Even when you sort of like transform that magic into like a rejuvenating magic, says, "What are you doing?"
Also kind of straightens up. I'm healing.
That is... It's not how you heal someone.
It's the best way to give them the most healing possible. And I can just fix myself after. It's not actually that difficult.
Astra's actually going to walk over to Ulster because, like, he didn't necessarily I was going to ask if he had hidden from the group to do this because
Walked a little bit away.
Yeah, Astra's going to go over to him now and cast Cure Wounds at probably 3rd level.
Okay. Sarazur looks...
How much do I take back here then?
Sorry, it's dark. I'm trying to see my dice.
Okay.
You take 23 back.
He's
Okay.
so good.
Sure. You look rejuvenated, and Sarazur says, "Stop! Just stop!"
I'm sorry.
He looks between the two of you. It's not that. And looks down at the child, who is like asleep, but still looks, after being like healed, they look like better, but they still look like there's something wrong with them. Beyond HP, if that makes sense.
We should probably
And-
move them out of the area.
Sarazur says, "Look, maybe it's not my place to comment, but we could have done that a lot smoother, without any unnecessary pain." And he looks at you.
Well, I can only heal so much, and I wasn't really sure how much magic you guys had left. So it was a quick and easy thing to do. And now we'll take the child out.
It's not easy, Ulster.
Pretty easy. You just kind of imagine the flow of energy between people. This music is very dramatic.
Sorry, I don't know why it's this. I'm gonna just stop it.
He kind of mimes like a swooshing motion between him and the child.
Oh,
You guys don't. You don't work. You guys don't work well together.
What do you mean? us as a team, we work really well together. Did you not see how well we did just then?
Just... What if there had been another one before you could have healed yourself, Ulster?
I have more lightning. He points to the sky.
Lightning's not going to heal you.
That's why we have each other. I can't heal myself that much, but I can heal the child that much. And I could have actually healed myself if another hag had been here, because I could have done the same thing to him with us. That's kind of how the spell works.
You don't understand.
I am confused why you're upset.
Why Astra's used her healing on you. When this child... And you hurt yourself. He seems to be confused, like kind of grabbing his thoughts.
Now we're going to take the child out, because obviously it is not a matter of like healing with energy. We need to take them somewhere safe now that they've been properly stabilized as quickly as possible. That's just the kind of practical way that I think.
And I do have a stash of good berries as well, if food is the issue.
It would have just taken longer, because you see, it takes longer to put berries in someone's mouth than to immediately give them energy from myself. But now I am fine and the child is stable.
But you hurt yourself instead of relying on someone else's magic. Don't you see that's not efficient? That's not a good thing to do. You caused yourself harm. Yes, it was a good cause. But you could have spoken to Astra.
But this was quicker than the child. Okay, let's argue later. Let's get the child out of this place.
I agree with that at least. Sparks, what do you think?
I think Sparks will want to start walking.
Oh, say that again.
It's spiky.
Okay, can you hear me smoothly now?
No. Do you want to type out what you wanted to say?
Why is your audio spiky, Anna?
Hang on, I'll look at the chat if you're typing it out.
Oh. Sorry, that made my brain make funny
I'm just going to mute you
noises
for now.
I'll leave the room. You test it on the audio just because it makes my brain go funny.
Okay.
Wait.
No. Oh god, no. Leave and come back. Oh, Lola's in the chair again.
Mama, no. It's my chair.
He's like, my bum.
He likes it. First of all, I would always say that he likes it because it's warm. But he does the same thing with my clothes when I haven't been wearing them.
Yeah.
I leave them in a pile and he just goes and sits on them. Oh. Ready for headbutts? Headbutt. Ready for headbutts? No.
Look. Can you hear me all right now?
Yes,
That's
great.
much better. Sorry, Anna. The sound was literally spiky.
What does Sparks say?
Sparks will walk between the two of them facing Sarazur, and sort of say, I also find it hard seeing someone hurt themselves, but like glancing at Ulster, like Ulster was trying to help. Just as a thing of like, yes, it is upsetting to see this. May not necessarily or should not necessarily provoke attack. I don't know if that's conveyed. Yeah.
Why is Sarazur? Can I insight check Sarazur?
Yeah.
Based on that.
Indeed, the only thing yelling does is make everyone feel worse about the situation.
24.
So, why are you all so judgmental?
24 insight.
I think
So I
Scott's
suppose that's exactly what I was to you.
I'm gonna ignore Sarazur as he has his moment and just call the carpet down.
Also,
we need to get the child out.
Also, you notice Sarazur kind of, as he says, acknowledges the hypocrisy of him saying that. You kind of I suppose, go and bring down the carpet. You notice he looks incredibly alert. His hand, even though he's carrying the child with one arm, has never left his sword. And he keeps looking up at the carpet to make sure that everyone up there is safe. He looks like he's ready to attack if anything appears. He seems scared.
I'm just gonna check
in his own way, obviously.
Ulster still has his lightning up.
And
So I know Sarazur. If there was another one, what would you have done? The clouds are still crackling as Ulster kind of guides the carpet down.
For sure. I think he would have understood from the insight that what he meant was if they'd hit you, he doesn't seem to question whether or not you could hit them. It's more about your own longevity rather than how hard you can hit it.
He would also notice that the spirit guardians are still going for the same amount of time.
He knows that. He can see those things, but he still has the same reaction nonetheless. You call the carpet down and Nikir jumps off and immediately hugs you all. Thank you.
That's all right.
No, thank you. Honestly, they need some help.
Yeah. We also have a child. So, how many people are on the carpet?
There's 4. All of them seem to be rather injured. And Nikir, it seems, has been sort of trying to bandage them up with ripped parts off of his clothes during this time.
Just in case, as Sarazur does say, if there is any other danger, we should probably just get out of here now, unless anyone is on death's door. Is anyone on death's door? Or Sarah addresses the carpet.
Well, you see someone is completely unconscious. So that happened from the get-go.
Right, I can't do that again because Sarazur will have another moment. So he goes over and he casts Healing Word on that person.
Okay. So you guys head out with the carpet in tow, all of you moving. Sarazur holding onto the child. Even though obviously there's the possibility of putting them on the carpet, he seems reluctant to let go.
Why don't you let Nikir hold them? Get out faster.
He's got 2 left feet and...
Okay. Nikir, get down, let Sarazur on there. I'll help you.
What do you mean?
Sarazur, you go on the carpet. I'll take Nikir.
What? No, he's fine.
But you need to get out of here quickly. As you said, time is of the essence.
Reluctantly, he passes the child over to Nikir. Says, I'd rather be on the front line.
Okay. Nikir, book it.
And Nikir goes, whee! And you guys head, leaving the hag's domain. And as you watch that hut begin to fade and disappear on the distance, the further it gets, swallowed by the trees. You notice a shift in the environment. Those mushrooms which you had previously munched on to such delight seem to almost shrink back into the earth. The rancid smell of damp begins to withdraw. The gravel bone underfoot turns to softer pebbles of warmer colours.
I blow a raspberry at Juniper as we pass.
And Juniper, who before looked so downtrodden, leans out, smiles, and blows you a kiss in response to your raspberry. And you guys head out along past the bathhouse. towards the Dehane estate. And Sparks, Sarazur pulls up alongside you and just says, You're good with your sword. I may have some... Well, I doubt there's anything I could teach you. But I may have some items which could help you stay up.
What's that noise?
It's don't worry, we'll just ignore it for now.
I think you do have something to teach me. There was a group you had on your sword that I'd like to learn more. So don't sell yourself short on that.
He looks over at you and just gives you one rough pat on the shoulder. Sorry. You spit and
right.
Bleh.
A
Little bit of lightning.
Nice grip, Sarazur.
And you guys head back towards the Dehane estate. It's really late, so I'm just going to quickly summarize this. You all managed to put the people who were kidnapped in a comfortable sort of like rest. Zarina identifies that pretty much all of them have been missing for the last 10 years, at least.
We did good. We rescued.
Yes. In the Feywild, that's like 2 years. 5 years.
It's still long.
It's still
2
long.
minutes.
And
No one didn't put up missing posters.
and eventually their
Wait
families.
till 15 years before we start looking.
Right. Okay. So they are resting there, recovering, and the child is also put in there. Though we'll interrogate them however you wish next session.
Thank you all.
I think as you guys kind of rest and wash off the grime and the blood, the tons of blood of this battle.
Oh yeah.
Also, Sarazur pulls you aside just before you go to wash. And he just says, I need to speak with you.
Okay.
Okay. And he just kind of pulls you outside.
You mean now?
Now.
Right now, okay.
He pulls you outside the front porch.
Not the porch.
Not the porch, no! On the veranda.
Brushes like the dried blood out of his eyes to better see Sarazur. He's like, okay. You like look a bit more red than usual. Although you're quite red already.
It's the hair. Ulster, I won't pretend that I No. I judged you too harshly, too soon. And for that I am sorry.
Also looks confused by Sarazur's turnabout and attitude to him. He's like,
You are... I hope you forgive me for saying this. I believe. A little naive when it comes to battle.
you have no idea.
But I respect your tenacity and your commitment to helping others. It's a rare gift.
Did you give me a compliment?
Yes. Which is why I'm going to tell you, because if the timeline I've drawn up in my mind is to be believed, then you've only known Luran for a few weeks.
10 days.
10 days. I am not
Hannah's face.
an unbiased party in this matter. But I know enough to know that Luran will not bring the best out of you.
But, counterpoint. What if I brought the best out in Luran? You know, people, even if they maybe don't have the best relationship with you, they can still have good relationships with other people. He's wronged you, but he hasn't wronged any of us. Doesn't make your hurt any less or diminish how you feel, but he's been nothing but kind to me, at least.
Sarazur is just sort of, there's like a bench on the veranda and he just kind of sits down and rubs his forehead and says, I just don't believe that. But I also know you're going to do what you want. Doesn't mean I have to be involved.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you? Hi, Lala.
Hi, Lala.
You're such a pathetic little mule.
I will put it in human terms.
No, I want the actual years you've been alive.
Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm very tired.
Is it over 200 or under 200 or what?
Around that number.
Okay. You live for 800 years, right? Tashiri?
It depends, but
Do you want to spend the next 600 years hating Luran, your only brother?
he holds up his hand. This is not... I respect where you're coming from. This is not appropriate for now. You don't... I won't condescend you to say you don't understand. But there's so much.
I'm not going to continue the conversation. I just want you to think about it. Because you seem very bent on feeling a certain way. That's all I'll say.
Hello. Hi, Luran. That's what you're named after. Oh, you're so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry.
On a more practical level, though, we do have to work with Luran. So,
Sarazur, yes.
how do you feel working with him? Will you be able to tolerate him, or would you prefer we separate you?
Sarazur wants to respond to your first point there first, and he just says, Ulster, I will be frank with you. I have already been through a time where I decided that I wanted to protect him and support him for the rest of my life. 200 years means I've had that conversation with myself. But Ulster, Luran, there's only so much I can push for someone who has already pulled away. I believe he sees me in the same light. But we have not spoken in so long. And I think of him. I do. I don't wish him ill. but I can't just wish away the pain that he caused me.
I understand, and I will not push you on the matter. I just want to open up that way of thinking, and then bring it back to the side of the fact that I'm not going to break up with Luran, but I still don't want you to hate me because of that.
That's fine. You can do what you wish. Whether you date Luran or break up with him is none of my concern.
We're getting married in 2 weeks. So.
Have you told him that before?
No. He knows they're getting married, but he doesn't know when.
I hope you don't wish for a hasty reconciliation for the wedding. I will not be there.
Okay. You don't have to be.
But I will meet you.
My own dad isn't coming either. Don't worry about it.
I will meet you in Ironstone.
Ironstone? We're not going back to Ironstone.
Do you not want me to bring my ward to Ironstone?
I thought you were going to bring her here. I thought we were going to do that like tomorrow.
Nakia is coming back to Ironstone.
Oh, well, a bit difficult because we're going to the Gauntlet. And I was going to ask, because we're going to help you with your ward situation. He kind of conjures 2 strings of vines and just uses them as a little swing. You see, the thing is, we need someone to fill the space that Luran is not going to be filling in our fighting group. And you work really well with Sparks. And, Astra and I work really well as a team, but we're not very strong.
I would question how well you work as a team. You guys need to communicate better.
Well, we have very similar values, I think.
That's good. That's a good foundation. But anyway.
Well, maybe you could give us some coaching on teamwork over the next few days while Luran's sleeping. Since he won't be there.
Let me sleep on it. I know what you're asking.
Just take your big sword and go. He loses the grip on the vines and almost falls over. Yeah, I'm not a sword fighter.
He just says, I will sleep on it. I'm making you no promises whilst I'm exhausted. And he just gets up.
Wait, I have one more thing to add to the table.
Ulster.
One more thing.
Okay, Ulster.
I can make you fried chicken sandwiches every day.
He nods once and then just says, okay.
Also just keeps swinging and says to himself, I think I did well.
Astra, you're the next person he finds. Sarazur, I think probably is looking at the write-up you've done of the whole situation that you guys got yourself into when you're passing through the house. And he just says, pardon me, and he just says to you, you're too volatile.
Sorry, sir. He's so bad at openings.
He'd probably find Astra just reading.
That's fine. He goes up to you, says, you're too volatile.
Hot calling the kettle black.
Shang Xin.
Explain, please.
Your
That was so
emotions.
superior. I love that. Just explain.
I'm the same. Sometimes I let my emotions get the better of me. It means...
Oh,
hello. Oh, he squeaked. I laughed.
he literally just came to give you a headbutt.
Yeah.
Is it bedtime?
He's like, we need to bed. He really wants us to go to bed. Okay. He's like a dog. He says, in a fight, magic or melee, we let our emotions command our actions, not logic. I understand that. But it's not always the best. And I'm not a spellcaster, but I am sure there are ways I could help you work on that aspect.
I'm confused.
You want.
But your help is appreciated.
He's going to help us with teamwork.
He just says, I know my sudden shift in attitude may have confused you, but I respect what I saw out there today.
Fight good.
You have my praise.
And my
And if I can see you fight like that again, you may even have my trust.
I simply did what was necessary. The decision was made to fight, so I saw no reason to hold back.
He says, yes, I suppose in that case. But I feel like I saw your mind in that fight. I understood why you wanted to fight. It was written very clearly in your actions. I think we have similar values, though. And word of advice?
I'm listening.
Don't let your opponents read you too well. If they know what's coming, they know how to defend themselves.
Understood. Thank you.
Goodbye. And he walks away.
You're welcome to sit and read, but it is getting late. You should probably sleep.
Yeah, I need to go have a shower and stuff.
Guys, I'm really sorry to interrupt. Lala wants to go to bed so badly that he's folded himself into my arms.
He's
And
about
he's
to
just
fall
trying to
asleep.
sleep.
I think, Sparks, the last thing I'll say is, when you lay your head down to rest that night, you hear footsteps padding outside of your door. And you get up at first thinking, sorry, I'm piloting you a little bit, but it's just because we're a little pressed on time. Thinking you'll see who it is, whether it's Ulster. But then you hear a noise, the front door shutting, and you look out the window instead by the bed you're sleeping in. And you see Sarazur fully dressed in his sparring clothes. This is much later in the evening, with a blunt sword at his waist, heading out towards the paddy to, it seems, begin his pre-dawn training ritual.
Just like early morning.
Yeah. Would you like to go and join him?
How much, have we had a long rest? This
is like the pre-dawn of the next day.
I think, if she's, not poisoned and long rested, then I think she'd go, okay, yep, yeah, let's do it, yeah.
I think when you head outside and you approach him, he looks almost expectant because he has set up one target for himself and there's an empty target at his side.
It's not like I wanted you to come.
With a practice sword laid against it. And he just looks and says, Space for two.
Sarazur, you can see.
As you guys hit your targets in tandem, he corrects your grip. That is when dawn rises, and we will finish our session there for today. I'm absolutely knackered, guys. Oh,
Thank you very much for the game. Have a good rest.
thank you. I'm sorry if I came across as too hyper or too over-explaining of the different character motivations, that kind of thing. It's just because I've had so little sleep. A ridiculously small amount of sleep.
I see.
I appreciate you all as always.
Thank you
Just
very
one
much.
thing before we go.
Hmm.
So I'm going away from